What's up, everyone? Make sure you check out the West West Network website at westwestnet.com. Here you can find amazing independent podcasts based in Aotearoa, covering everything from pop culture to mental health. Also, if you enjoy our content and want to support us, please consider clicking on the support button on the homepage of the website. We appreciate your patronage and look forward to delivering more thought-provoking and quality conversations.
West, y'all.
So if I want to go back there, you have to turn it on.
Yeah, because it only catches around.
Oh yeah. So I just stay here.
Yeah, I can turn it up so it catches more.
Oh no, no, we'll just keep it down because then if I come here,
Sorry about that, folks. We started off with this Paramatta thing because I know you're a big fan of Paramatta Eels. You have been since you were a kid. And every time I see you, you know what? Every time I look at think of Paramatta, if I look Paramatta up in the dictionary, your face is gonna pop up. You know, Paramatta fan. But I didn't watch the game, but I saw the highlights, and I don't know, the team was just on for the full 80 minutes.
Yeah. It was the Raiders, man. They were on, but then they got shut down straight away. I was like, what? What happened there? There's like another level now. So yeah, you're right. I don't know. I need to watch the whole game because I had to go to bed for work.
So who they got this week? They got Cowboys, huh?
Yeah, they got Cowboys. Yeah.
So how do you think that's gonna go?
Cowboys are good too. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I hope the Eels pip them. Yeah.
You know what's amazing to me about the Cowboys and even other teams? Like they can have a shitty season in one season because they were like down at the bottom part of the table.
Yeah.
And then the next year they just shoot up to give them a chance to be in the prelim final. Now, if someone said the Warriors are gonna do that, I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe them.
They just came out the gate, and they took the unwanted Warriors coach, and now look at them. Like what? They didn't buy anybody new to. Where did they come from? Like, so they only got a new coach, so surely there must be something in there.
Another dig to the Warriors supporters and the Warriors as a franchise, but I've been critical on the Warriors, like on social media and that, like, like why even be a team?
I see some of you.
It's like why even be there, man? Like just to be NRL's like bum boys or something. You know what I mean? Like they did all that stuff to make the competition keep going with moving over to Australia during the lockdown, and then they get paid back by having 10 home games or something, 8 home games, 10 home games, but 2 of those home games are actually outside of Auckland now.
Well,
but they're like Bulldogs,
still in there. So
but it's that Wellington, Christchurch, I think, something like that. I think Christchurch, the Balmain Tigers home game.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Or something like that, but
that's good.
But man, like I don't know how you feeling about your the season for your team at the moment?
The season wasn't too bad, eh? But they all the professionals are saying that nobody has ever won the title outside of the top 4. So this year the Eels made the top 4. So I'm thinking, Melbourne and Roosters, they're out now. Like they were one of the hot favourites. So I don't even know. Could be the 30-year drought.
But that's the thing with the Melbourne Storm getting eliminated the first round. There, it's like, when was the last time? About a long time, eh? Like you wouldn't expect them. I would have expected them to at least make it.
Yeah. At the start of the year, you would have expected them to be knocked out, maybe, or make the grand final. But
then when you think about that losing streak they had, they had like 4 game, 5 game, or something.
Yeah, and then a couple of good wins after that. I don't know.
So then, judging by that Because that was a rare occurrence, them losing their straight games during the season.
Yeah.
And they probably deserve not to get through if they had that kind of season.
You wouldn't have judged it by the start of their season, though.
Yeah. Yeah, because they came out pretty strongly.
Mm.
So I don't know what happened. Do you know what happened? Was it injuries? Because they lost
Pappenhausen.
earlier or later, but they lost the center, the Tongan guy, I think his brother. I forgot his name.
I don't know.
Was it this year or last year? Oh. Who was the star for Penrith? The Tongan guy, and he always makes he's old now, but he always makes the State Origin New South Wales team back in the days.
I don't know.
I think he was fullback or wing. But his brother was a bit of a star, but he was injured. He got injured.
Oh yeah, I've forgotten the name. Yeah. What about Manly? What happened there?
See, this is ever since that controversial game with the jerseys.
That was out the gate, eh?
You know, we went all downhill from there, man. Just went downhill from there. And you know, when you look at the media, what they were talking about how there's influx inside the team, eh? Like DCE not talking to Tom, and you know,
I saw that.
Bit of drama going on inside. And
All the media might have got to them. You're saying, do you reckon?
I don't know, because I know DCE came out and just shut down all those rumors, saying, "Oh, I heard you not getting along with the players, and you know you're not getting along with Jake." And so I can say now, me and Jake's got a happy relationship. We're talking, and, you know, it's like, oh yeah, okay. But then, you know, after it went downhill after that game, eh?
Well, they only had so many games to try and make it. You know, like that was like playoffs. You needed to win the last 3 or 4 or something. But I don't know. They didn't look like the team they were at the start of the year. So,
well, Tom got injured. His shoulder dislocated his shoulder. First game,
but surprisingly, they still played good throughout the year. So I don't know. Maybe something else went down. You know, maybe the rumors were true.
See, what you're seeing is us playing with heart. You know, our best player goes down and our heart takes over. You know, and takes us. It can take us so far. You know, it can take us so far.
Fair enough.
But then the heart wasn't there for the inclusivity of
the flag came out. And there were hearts against another man's hearts, and they cancel now.
Sorry, man. The heart, just some of the hearts went away when the when the rainbow jerseys came out, and they went downhill from there, man. It was like Omen.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
But man, I agree with DC what he said, because he came on the show 360 in our 360, and he was saying it was a bad thing to put it on the club to wear these jerseys, you know, without consulting anyone.
Yeah.
You know, it's like because I heard all that. When you heard all the arguments on social media with people saying, "Hey, why people putting on jerseys to represent like breast cancer or domestic violence?" You know, they had that.
Yeah, you could have heaps of jerseys to represent other things too.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, people are like, "Oh, yeah, that's a good cause," and then when this gun comes up, what makes it so dodgy? You know,
there was a good cause, but only to the Christianity. All the Christians and the Christians in the team sort of had a bad idea upon that sort of topic. You know, so I think if it wasn't that, it would have been okay, but because it went against their Christianity, then they just went, I got to make a stand.
But that was the same thing with Israel Folau, when he got when he got done. Like all the Christians, I felt all the Christians went quiet.
Yeah, there was only like a couple that were agreeing, and I was like, I don't actually know. I don't really care. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But yeah, he made a stand when he got backed from a couple,
Mm.
but not all.
Because I met a few, I know a few hideout Christians that agree with what Israel Folau did. I remember talking, because there was one in my work with, and we had a chat about it, and that person did not agree at all, but wouldn't stand up, be open about it, because it's a topic that it's gone out there in the world, and everybody's on it. Like,
Yeah,
if you're not a Christian and you don't agree with it, you're gonna be on it and you can't get cancelled and all that kind of stuff. But which will make everyone that has an opinion scared to offer it.
Yeah, that's it. You don't want to say your true feelings in case you'll be casted out. Nah, get out. You're out. Yeah, no, get out. So you sort of like, oh, hang on, I know what the Bible says, but I'm just gonna just lay back a bit here. But some Christians are like, yep, nah, this is what the Bible says, and this is what I'm going to stand for. That's all part of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and when I think about what DCE said, this is a subject they shouldn't put on the club to decide on, because you don't know how affects some of the players, what their beliefs
Didn't
are.
ask the PR and all the
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't ask anybody do you think this is gonna affect anything?
Mm. But then what I don't
Excuse me.
what I don't agree with is all the hate on both sides. When they came out, there was hate on both sides.
Yeah, there was.
There was hate. There was the Christians saying stuff, and you feel like, oh yeah, that's attacking the people that don't like it, or attacking these boys that made the decision. And then but there's valid points to both. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And so there's no one wins in this situation, right?
No. Because you're actually you're really good on politics, so you actually know all the you take 5 sides of the story, and then you sort of make your own decision. So I can see you got to more common sense in the way of thinking around that sort of topic,
Because it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. It's what I don't like is you're forcing it on people to know they're right or wrong. And if you're right, I'm right.
Yeah.
If you're wrong, I'm right. Then I'm gonna take over your whole.
Yeah. I think it's like, haha, I'm right, you're wrong, sort of type of way of thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
They want to prove they want I'm right because of this and that. But
yeah, they take action,
yeah,
But why? Why you need to take action? Why?
it's human nature. I don't know. It's just humans want to win. They don't want to lose the argument on online. They just want to be the winner because of whatever the side they picked. They just want to come up and go, oh well, I won.
Mm. But we're talking about a big scale here. We're talking about people that don't understand. Like me, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not an expert, but all I'm seeing is other people that are not experts.
You got your point of view from the information you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these people have their point of view from the information they have and their upbringing. It is a lot more to it, like your upbringing and everything like that.
Mm.
And so, if people need to have more understanding, they might change their point of view, and then we all probably wouldn't be in here talking about diverse subjects along that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
We can all get together and agree upon one thing.
But no one does it. See, that's the thing. No one wants to. Everyone wants to have a fight.
Yeah. But humans love the conflict,
Because, I don't know why everyone took up a fuss about what Israel Folau said.
Mind you, I like to go on sometimes, and I like to make trouble and just poke the bear, just to get a reaction,
But I've seen you do that, though.
I like to see it, and then I go, and then then it's on. You're putting the gasoline in, and then you just watch the flames go up. Woo, let's go! Just for a kick. I think that's part of human nature too. But then you get the true feelings come out when the angry and the exclamation marks come out. Ooh, here we go.
Because that's the thing I noticed about you on social media, when the whole lockdown stuff was coming out, you're jumping on social media and you're pissing everyone off, man.
Yeah. I wanted the true reactions. I wanted to hear, like, true feelings, like not behind the keyboard. You know, I didn't want fighting. I just wanted to hear the true feelings. You know, just, what do you really think? You like, just come out and tell me.
So how did you start that? How did you start?
Like. It started, you know, when the vaccines came in.
Yeah.
That's the big part of it. And I was like, no, hang on. Wait. I need to do my own research. But amazingly, I was by myself, like, sort of type thing. It was only like a handful of people who agreed, but everybody else was for it. So that's when I felt, nah, hang on. Yeah, and you just do your own homework, and then, you know, then you take two sides to the story and try and convince these people. Yeah. But long story short, yeah.
It was a crazy time, eh? Like the whole.
Well, we're still in that time now, so.
Even though she said no more mandates, because she did that last week. I mean, last Monday. She no more wearing masks and stuff like that. Borders are open, but it's funny because.
What do you think about that? What was your thoughts?
Too little, too late. I think
that was like 3 years, no?
I don't know if we're the last country to ever.
Well, a lot of Americans have done podcasts saying just that. New Zealand has finally taken their restrictions off. How do you do a podcast about New Zealand taking your restrictions off? They must have finished their restrictions like months and years ago.
Yeah. I can understand America doing that because they're like capitalist countries and they need to make money and all that. And that was the argument here too, with businesses that are suffering, especially the hospitality business. Huh? Like they're suffering a lot because no tourists coming in, no one coming in to spend money in that. And even now, there's a problem with chefs and that there's a lack of work.
Yeah,
because the borders were closed, you can't even bring new workers in.
Exactly. Yeah.
So all these
and now we're going through short staff. Everybody's short staff. It's like, why? How can we short staff when everybody's the mandates have lifted off?
Yeah, it's like because of how slow we are to get back into it. But at the same time, like, have you heard these people traveling overseas? Because, man, in my work, a lot of people have already gone to Europe and coming back. It's like, and they say, like, man, you go overseas and it's like there's no mandate or nothing. It doesn't feel like there's a pandemic.
We don't see the world. We get what the media tells us, so we don't get to judge like what's going on the rest of the world. You have to go and see it for yourself. We had heaps of plans to go overseas last year and the year before that, but they all got shut down.
Yeah.
Like, so maybe soon we'll start planning something.
Yeah, that'll be good, especially going back to the islands and that.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, man, like the travel thing is, I think everybody in New Zealand's trying to get away, go out now.
Yeah, you're only locked down in your house, but you're locked down in your country, or your town. So you want to go and see somewhere else.
Yeah. So yeah, no more masks. It's funny because people weren't wearing masks anyway. I think no one was really enforcing that, really.
Well, I couldn't even breathe with mine, so I just put it on, like, under my nose. But then, you know, my job was like...
Yeah, I would like forget my mask, but then I'll stuff it. I'll just go in anyway.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I'll just notice half the people in there not wearing masks anyway. You know, so it's kind of like no one was stopping you.
It's weird, eh? That was weird. It's sort of like the rule, but then nobody enforced it properly. Like, gave you fines or anything. They just sort of just told you. I didn't understand that part of it, eh?
Well, the public spaces was pretty lenient. If you go to doctors and that, it's kind of strict.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go in with them.
So are you
No
putting the
mask
mask
anyway.
on to protect them or you? Like that's the point of view. Like, from my point of view, was I protecting them or was I protecting myself?
I think it was protecting other people.
Mm.
Yeah, other people. But then I was listening to some podcasts too, and like I was listening to Joe Rogan podcast. They were talking about the mandates. Oh, because in America, like a lot of Californians, especially people who live in LA, are moving to Texas because LA is getting too packed. There's
Really?
like too many people. You seen those the traffic
No.
jams they have?
I didn't see that.
Fuck, those traffic jams will make us look like it's just going down the road, man.
True.
But
So we don't get that on the news.
nah, we want to get that stuff on the news. But that was an interesting one because they were talking about how during the COVID lockdown in LA, they were talking about all the stupid stuff that they did, like block off certain.
Like that make no sense, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can't go to the beach. You know,
Hey,
'cause you know how it's always sunny.
Yeah.
It's always summertime.
And I
in LA.
saw the people wearing a mask going swimming,
Yeah, yeah.
at the beach.
You have to wear a mask on the
Yeah.
beach. Like they're blocking off the vegetable aisles at the supermarkets, so you can't. You know.
That's out the gate, eh?
Mm.
I don't know. It's hard to comprehend that sort of thing, like common sense wise, or logic.
Mm.
It's like what? I don't know. It's a touchy subject. You know, you don't really want to touch on that sort of subject anymore.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Especially with the people that went down. And got,
Yeah. Well,
The-
it's weird. I don't really like touching on that subject. You
Mm.
know. I've fought so long for that subject with different people, so it's sort of like nah. Sort of just I got so much ammo. It's like nah, because I know a lot of people, even including my own family, went down that path. It's like I don't really care anymore.
mm.
But that you made your decision. That's it. So it's like nah, leave it be. No more division. You know.
Especially now when she lifted it because the way I see it, it was all a waste of time. I mean, if it was to make people get vaccinated, then their job ages ago. If because I got vaccinated twice. I didn't get the booster though because it was like I had COVID back in March and then I got over it. So that was enough immunity
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah. So then I was like, okay, if we get it, you can get it, and it'll just be a bad flu,
Yeah.
and that's it. But then I didn't understand the mandate's still going, like the thing restrictions.
It's like weird because they promised us, 2
Mm.
jabs and we're free.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that, 3 years later, we're still here. Oh, finally finished now.
And that's probably why they're gonna lose the election, I think, because that's been the thing people are upset about,
Yeah.
like the way she handled the second wave. Like the first wave was okay, good. We're the darlings of the world because we're the first ones to act. You know, we made sure everyone was safe. The cases were low, the deaths were really low
Yeah.
compared to the rest of the world. We did our job. And then for some reason, the second time around, it seems like everything was falling apart because a lot of people got mad. A lot of people got frustrated. They had the protests down in Wellington. All those people going down. And it was like, okay, there's a division here. Like you said, there's a big division here. Even business people, like the owner of, did you see the owner of headquarters down in the Viaduct? He was outspoken about
Wow.
because he was losing business, and the rules the rules for him didn't make sense, like for his staff. Like if you get COVID, then you got to go home, you got to isolate, and everyone else in the home has to isolate. And then that was the thing around a lot of businesses say, like even in my work, because if someone had COVID, they got taken out for a whole week. And then the close contacts got taken out too.
Yeah. That's weird, eh? It was like you, because you looked at him. Well, you were in the same room.
Mm.
It's like, what? You're in the same room, so you're out for 7 days.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But then the other thing was the kids. If you had kids, the kids were more liable to attract to get COVID. But because they're young, the kids don't have no effect. They just come home with a runny nose and spread the COVID around to the adults, and then they'll be knocked out. You know?
Yeah, that's one thing I was upset about. Was they kept asking for my son to get vaccinated before he plays his league season.
Right, yeah, that was a thing.
And I said, no, he's had COVID. But they said no exceptions. So I pulled him out. I said, no, you're not playing. But because there was an uproar of all the parents and all the league clubs, they said, well, good luck having 3 people in each team. They said, no, we changed our mind. No, we changed our mind now. We highly recommend, but it's not compulsory. Yeah, but by that time I had made my mind up. I said, no.
Well, you know what happened there? Jacinda she got grilled for that, and she said her thing was, okay, we said that, but it's up to the schools. It's up to them. Well, that's our recommendation.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna just do. If you're not vaccinated, not playing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She's sort of going, it's up to them. But if they know what's the best recommendation, wink, wink, it's like, they're pulling their leg under the table, going. That's the way I felt about it. Most of these clubs and workplaces didn't want to do it, but if they wanted to continue their jobs and get these contracts, they needed to show on their health and safety that everybody's vaccinated. And then they got an A+ rating, so they can get all these contracts. It's basically what happened. And same thing happened to me. I was the last one in my company out of the whole whatever couple of thousands there was. I was the last one. But I still didn't take it. But I had valid reasons. I wasn't take them to court, but it's past. I don't like to bring up this. It's a touchy subject sort of thing.
Oh. No, we don't talk about you. We'll just talk about what happens to everyone else, because the thing that I wonder is the people that did get let go of their jobs because they never got vaccinated. Like, the lifting of the whole thing made me think, then what about those people that lost their jobs? Are they going to get back to their job now? Because then if they do, then wasn't that whole thing a waste of time?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, was it worth it?
Where's the logic?
I mean, was it worth it?
Yeah. I don't see logic in my mind. There's no logic, there's no common sense. But it's hard when you're versing TV3 scientist who's had a lot of experience. Oh, he's a very experienced scientist. Where? Show me. That's all they say. This is an experienced scientist for 20 years. Oh yeah, anybody can say that, but show me his background. And
he left there, that guy. What's his name again?
Oh,
see, I forgot his name already.
Yeah.
Bloomfield. Is it Bloomfield?
Yeah, where is he? He folded. He knew. He folded under pressure.
Well, he resigned. I don't know who they replaced him with. Probably no one. They will say, we should just end it now because we've got no one else to take over Bloomfield.
We've appointed you, the people at home. You are now...
But see, it's going to be interesting elections when it comes up, because we're going to see, because there's a lot of angry people out there, that don't agree with what the government did. And it seems like they feel it's like they're incompetent,
I know a lot of diehard Jacinda supporters, they've had enough. Like, it took them 3 years of supporting her, and now they said, no, I don't know what I was thinking, but I've had enough. She's not getting my vote.
And you know what? I bet you all those people are the workers. Like, how Labour's all for the working man, the working person. And they've always stood up for the working person all these years. But to have your job taken away from you just because of something you might feel that you don't want, or think that be forced to do something.
Yeah. Well, my wife lost her job first, and then I lost my job. So how was like, you're thinking, how am I going to feed the kids? How am I going to pay the rent and board? But I'm not speaking about me. I'm thinking, like, this is the whole of New Zealand. They would have all went through this sort of thing,
Yeah, it wasn't just
It
you
wasn't
guys.
just me. Like, I don't care about me. But this is a predicament that a lot of Kiwis would have went through. And, it's a pretty hard time in your life to think about, how am I going to feed the kids? How am I going to pay this? How am I going to pay the car? How am I going to do that?
Yeah, and you think the government would have an alternative plan?
Yeah.
Like, they had a plan for this. They should have a plan for, okay, if those of you don't want it, we got a plan for you. We got a plan. This is the pathway for you guys.
Yeah.
But instead, it was only one-way traffic.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if everyone would like. See, if it was John Key was still prime minister, it would be like, okay, it'll be like not. It'll be no surprise.
Yeah.
But for a party like Labour to be in power, that's for the working, for the working people, eh? She sort of let them down, eh? And the people that went through the whole vaccination process, like, even they think of, how can she not have an alternative for the people that don't?
Yeah. Well, they were trying to tell me that it's personal choice. It's not personal choice. This is blackmail. You're forcing me to get one for my job, like, or to go and get food for my kids. That's not personal choice. That's blackmail. Like, plain and simple. And I'm not against the vaccination. My closest family have got it. The way they went about it, when they said personal choice, no, it's not. They ever say that again, because it wasn't personal. It was blackmail. And I'm saying that, like,
It was blackmail because the people that did stay off their jobs but couldn't go to their work gets a little bit of extra money from gets a subsidy.
Yeah.
So that's the blackmail right there. The subsidy is the blackmail.
Yeah. And it came out of your own pocket, from your own Kiwi saver that you've been saving for your house. It's all gone. That's nah.
At the same time, I know people that have never gotten COVID and just still waiting to get COVID,
Wow.
So it's like, if that person, I don't know if they got vaccinated or not, but you think if they're gonna be safe for the rest of their lives, if they made it through without getting COVID at all, being vaccinated or not vaccinated,
Will they ever get it?
yeah,
Is that
and
what you're
what will happen? Or is it there enough herd immunity out there that that person will never get it?
I don't know. I didn't even, like, even the logic of the herd immunity, that didn't even register in my mind. Like, what?
Well, if everyone gets vaccinated, then there's less chance of it coming to you. If everyone that surrounds you are vaccinated, then it won't.
Well, they were saying like 80%, isn't it? Is it 80-something% of herd immunity? But didn't we reach that target like last year?
Yeah. Now we reached that anyway because the Herald always posted up the stat, eh?
Yeah.
How much more?
And it was like the percentage of the population, and I'm sure we were like 80-something for like maybe the start of last year.
Oh, for ages.
Halfway. Yeah,
80-something for ages.
That's why I said, like, the herd immunity, all you needed was 80-something%, and then they can chuck away all the mandates. And here we are, like, maybe 1 year and a half later.
Even if, just looking back at it all, I think, like, even if we just wore masks and social distancing, that would have been enough for people that didn't want to get vaccinated. And if you got infected, then that's just on you.
Yeah, exactly. Because what they had was, if you get COVID unvaccinated, you are going to die. This is the stats they have received.
That was the thing, eh?
Okay, yeah. So when I got COVID unvaccinated, I'm sitting there going, oh no, this is where we're gonna find out. Like, you know, I don't want to be cocky, but if this is my last breath, you know, I've got to say my prayers and everything.
How bad was it when you got it? Because mine was bad. How bad was yours?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. For 2 weeks, yeah. And then
Shucks.
when I went back to work, I still felt like drained. Like I felt like lethargic. I didn't have the energy. But I'm not going to go around telling everybody because they go, well, you should have got vaccinated. See what happens? You know? But I honestly felt drained. But then after that, yeah, back to normal. But it did last a long time, longer than 2 weeks. But it was a crap 2 weeks though. Yeah.
Yeah. 2 weeks, that's long, man. Because mine lasted 1 week. Mine was 3 days of just normal flu and then that tiredness, that I think they call it long COVID.
Yeah. I think that's what it was a bit of a long COVID, eh?
And I was like trash for the 5 days, man. Like, just couldn't get out of bed, just tired as. No energy. You walk to the kitchen and come back and you were like you ran. Like,
yeah, and you
a
can
marathon,
sleep for
man.
another 8 hours, eh? It's like, that's another sleep will do. Yeah, but no, that's what I went through. But my whole family got COVID. And they had to separate 2 of my sons downstairs because they thought they never got it. And then they tested positive, but they were running around playing basketball. So from what I saw, the kids are just brushing it off.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
it affects like the over 35s up to the maybe 50s or 60s. They get it worse from experience from what everybody was telling me about. Yeah. But even the oldies, they weren't getting it as bad. I don't know what happened there. Like,
Yeah, I don't think my parents at the time attracted it or contracted it. I know because I think my older sister was really strict on them, like us not going over if we want to drop our food and that.
That's another topic as well. You know, the division of if you're vaccinated or not.
Oh yeah. Because you saw it when they had those protests down at the parliament.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
when you look on social media, you see all the hate towards those people and you see the hate back.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like real bad. Like for me, I was just like thinking because we did a podcast on into the clip about the protest. In my honest opinion, I didn't really care, but I understood. But I didn't understand that there were different people down there, all going for the same reasons, but going about it a different way. Like you had the anti-vax, hard out anti-vax. Then you had the people who just didn't like the mandates. And then you just had people there
and
just
the vaccinated people, but they're just sick of all the.
Yeah. Vaccinated people, but they're sick of the mandates and that, or what's going on there. But then, you know, it was like, it was peaceful protests. But camping out there for how many, a month?
I was going to go.
Really?
Yeah, because I had no job. So
Oh, yeah.
I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
But when you got no job, you got no money. So so I would have been walking there.
It was but I love the fact that those Kiwis did something about it, you know? Went down and did something, actually did something. Because, man, I remember talking to a friend of mine from work, and he's an older person. And that person was a real protester when they were young, back in the days. And they were doing the whole protest of the Springbok tour in the early 80s, when you couldn't, you know, when they were all like apartheid and that. And she just remembers New Zealanders were that type of people back then, like they're real like anti-racism, helping.
If something ain't right.
Yeah, something ain't right, they'll stand up and do something about it, eh? And in a way, this is sort of like the same thing. If it's not right, you go and do something about
You
it.
think it's like history repeating itself?
I think it's just that, like you said. I think it's just something that's not right. You go down and do something about it. But something that's right is done by our own country, rather than something that's done like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's like I feel like our government trying to copy what the rest of the world is doing, and just being on the side of the
Do you
farmers.
think it's all planned? Like, what is your honest opinion?
I don't think it's so planned. I don't think
Do you
it's.
think they're copying like other countries, or do you think they have a script?
I think there's a bit of copying what other countries are doing, because I think as a country, New Zealand's lucky because we're isolated and we're down the bottom of the earth, and if anything happens around the world, we can look and see, oh yep, that's the way to do it. We'll do it too, that kind of thing. So, but the problem was that I think like the pandemic was something new, and who won out of it? Who was the winners out of all this pandemic? It was the pharmaceutical companies, right? Yeah. Right. So, they've got the world in their hands pretty much for all the medicines they distribute to everyone. And to have a company like Pfizer, have that bring out their vaccine. It's sort of like everyone was like, oh yeah, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. I don't know how much money they made. Think about every single person.
You know how much money they made? They made enough money to sponsor every news organizations around the whole world. That's how much money they made. They sponsor every major news company in the whole world.
And social media, because they're the ones that they pay for the advertising.
Yeah, and so if you were to say something bad,
yeah,
or any data, you got the money.
Yeah, no, exactly, and it's and when you think about how America had that pandemic with the with the opioids. Did you hear about that? Like these same pharmaceutical companies made all these painkillers. The painkillers you get at the hospital?
Yeah.
For where they said they made one for the everyday person, like for headaches and that.
Or just the niggly injuries.
Yeah. Or for headaches, start off with headaches.
Yeah.
But it's like a one pill to fix everything.
No.
But it's like too strong, man. And people got addicted. And it was like heroin.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I never heard of that. And so what happened there?
So they just did it to make money. And they got rich out of it, but people were dying. People getting addicted.
So they're just saying, this is just for your headaches and your aches and pains.
Yeah, aches and pains.
And
but it's not, how we have Panadol?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is stronger than Panadol. This is like, this is this pill that you take when you have an operation.
Yeah. Yeah, when you can feel your legs, eh? The epidural,
Yeah, those ones, man. It's those ones, that kind of level. But they created one that's the pill, so they can use it for headaches and that. But they didn't. I think they probably knew it, didn't they? But it had a big effect because there was the opioid pandemic in America. All the kids, all the white kids, university kids, they use it to stay up. So it's pretty much like meth, man.
Yeah.
Like if you take enough of it.
Those drugs are so out the gate in America. Like they didn't even show the real effects of it. They got the whole of all these townships just zombied, walking around, but they wouldn't show that on TV. This is where they put them. They put them there. Yeah. They put the rubbish over here. Get ready to die. You just stay there for a couple of years. That's what they do. And then have this drug. And this is what they're doing. Like if you have a look in Philadelphia, you just watch the whole streets, the whole place is like zombie. And I don't know how they're eating, but they're just getting fed all these drugs. That's what they're doing. Just chuck them under the rug. Swept under the rug.
And then these are the same pharmaceutical companies we're dealing with the vaccine, These are the same people that sort of killed thousands of millions of people in America with their pills and stuff like that. I think and they get taken to court and get fined millions of dollars And so, oh, okay, sweet. They pay it
That's
off like
alright.
it's $20
I got
or
a
something.
500 billion trillion gazillion in the bank.
Exactly. Oh, you'll find 20 million. Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
You know?
Sweet. I won't do it again, Judge.
And they'll take it down, and then they'll just get a slap on the hand.
Yeah.
But
And then in an hour's time, they'll make like 50 million in an hour's time of sales.
yeah, exactly. But if you look at Pfizer, they got sued too for some drug they did. You know, so none of these pharmaceutical companies are good people. You know, good. Yeah,
No.
attention. They're just there to
They
make
don't
money.
care. They're not there to make friendship. They're there for profit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So whatever happens, well, I don't care as long as I make my profit.
Yeah. But then, you know, when we think about it, when I think about it, it's like, shucks, man, this is planet Earth, and we're just held hostage with, we're held hostage to these people that make these medicines. Because, you know, they make medicines that help us, but they also make medicines that don't help us. And all they see is profit.
Exactly. It's sad, eh? They should be finding the cure for cancer and all this. They've already got it.
It's not profitable.
But it's not profitable. They want you to buy the medicine so you can keep on it for months and years. It's like, wow. Where's your heart? Do you have a heart?
But that was the joke Chris Rock said, I think back in the day. He said, like, they fucked up with polio because they found a cure for it. And they said, oh, fuck, we shouldn't do that again. We won't do that again.
Yeah.
Next time we find the cure, just make a little bit.
Yeah.
Just make sure
That's it.
they come back.
That's a way of thinking. These pharmaceutical companies are. That's what they're doing. Yeah, it's all profit. They don't really care, eh?
Even AIDS, man.
They probably got the cure for AIDS as well.
Well, if you remember Magic Johnson saying he's got AIDS and he's still alive now.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he might have got the cure. Well, what they're saying is now you can, take the pills. It'll make you live longer, so you don't die straight away. But it's the same as the cancer pills.
yeah.
They probably made AIDS. They probably made it. Like, they probably made the AIDS and put the cure away. Oh, yeah, okay, let's do this.
Just like they did the COVID.
Yeah, well, a lot of people starting to wake up with like, oh, do you really think human nature will be like that? Like, do they really think that way? Man, I don't know. It's out the gate these days.
That's what I kind of understand is how come no one went to give China a slap on the hand? Because they're the ones that started it. Are we other countries
Exactly.
like you know?
What's this change of heart, eh? It's like, oh, COVID-19, you drop down right on the spot and die. And then we've got it. I've had it like twice, but I've never dropped down on the spot and died. It's like, what? Where was that? That was like I think there was like a mishap. Like they just the scare tactic. Well, where? Nobody I knew had COVID, dropped down on the spot and died, because you still remember when those video clips came up. Yeah, the Asians, they're dropping down. And they're dying on the spot. They were already. Like,
That was the first videos that came out.
Yeah, where did they go? Like, that was a bit out of the game.
But you think if you got someone to blame, you're gonna blame China because they're the ones that started it. All the mess they made around the world for 2 years, man. Like all the people that died from it, like all the old people that died from it. Like, is no one pointing the finger back to China? Clean up your mess.
Yeah, why have they not? They just stopped pointing at them. Like, no, nobody's pointing at them.
Or they say, oh, there's enough dead over there. That's enough.
Like, oh.
Because they're still in lockdown.
They were the blame. But why are we not still blaming them? Like, we'll switch our focus on something else.
I love to see how much money those pharmaceutical companies made. Eh? Because you know, Pfizer, they came out with theirs, and then all these other ones started coming up. Eh?
Yeah.
Even Johnson & Johnson came out with their
Yeah.
one.
So, What, dude, everybody shut them down because they kept dying. Everybody, what? Yeah, just like the baby powder. Oh.
They stopped there.
Yeah.
Because all having side effects there.
That's what I said. What my reasoning was, these take 6-7 years to develop. Like, how did you make that in 6 months? Like, nah, something's not right. You got to go through human trials and all this sort of thing, you know? That was weird.
Do you know Aaron Rodgers? He's quarterback for Green Bay Packers.
Oh no.
So he got a lot of shit for, they said he lied about being vaccinated so he can play. Because he didn't get vaccinated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he didn't say he got vaccinated either. But what he said when they asked him, because in the NFL he was saying, because he came on Joe Rogan, he was explaining. It was interesting. Anyway, he started the season and there was a mandate in the NFL. Said, if you're vaccinated, then you can play. If you're not, then you can't. That was the whole thing.
And no, they didn't want like proof.
Nah, they just asked. I think they wanted proof. I don't know how the proof worked, but anyway, he did his research because he wanted to know about the vaccine and what's going into his body, and he found out there's an ingredient in the vaccine that he's allergic to. So he didn't want to get it, but he wanted to get vaccinated, but not with that. He wanted to find another way, because he wanted to play. So I don't know if it's true or not, but he said that, he was able to get a real vaccine, and only the elite in the world can get their hands on it.
What do you mean a real one? Like the syringe?
Yeah, like you know how normal vaccine you get. You know the normal vaccines you get. They give you a little bit of the virus, so your body can get used to it. So they know what to do when you get.
Yeah.
So that's what they did. And Joe Rogan, what? How did they get that? And he goes, well, I can't say it. I can't reveal. I was going, come on, like, I can't reveal.
He's just making up.
So anyway, when he went back to play the NFL in that season, so they asked him, are you vaccinated? And he said, I'm immune. And that's what he said. Okay, vaccinated.
What?
But they didn't.
They just assumed.
They assumed he was vaccinated, but he said, "I'm immune. I'm immunized. I'm immunized." And tick, tick the box. Tick.
Why couldn't it be that easy?
But then halfway through the season, he got in trouble because they asked him again, and he said, "Oh yeah, I've got immunized." And he goes, "What is that? That's not taking the vaccine. You lied. So all the media. He's a star. He lied about being vaccinated. He's off the team. All this drama happened,
Hey, what happened?
I can't remember, but
Was he off the team?
he's playing now. Nah, he played, but I think they sorted it out. But he was just getting all this hate from people.
Yeah.
That's
a good hack, though.
You're gonna wreck everybody's.
You sort of just sidestepping the question, but saying, yeah, I'm immunized. Wait. Oh, okay. Meaning yes, but not how.
Yeah, exactly. So he got heaps of shit that time when they said he's a liar.
Yeah.
He lied about being vaccinated to play. He shouldn't be playing.
Yeah.
Lives are at stake, so he got heaps of hate.
Well, yeah, they were asking my company, are you vaccinated? Yep, yes. They didn't ask for any proof. Just wanted to put your hand up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Was that easy?
Yeah.
You could just put your hand up.
Yeah. And I was just thinking to myself, and I thought, nah, I'm just going to say no because I might get in trouble later on. So,
because the other thing was the control part of the government, eh? That was a big deal. Oh, that was a big deal with some of the protesters, eh? They went down. The whole control part. Being, like, writing down your name wherever you go, scanning.
Yeah.
Even the scanning thing.
Yeah.
But it didn't even last long either. No one was scanning.
And then they made out it's going to be an ongoing thing that's going to happen for years and years and years. So people were like, oh, well, I might as well get used to it.
Yeah. And then they got rid of that real
Yeah.
quick, yeah.
It's like, man, these are just suggestions. It's like trial and error.
Mm. So I think, yeah. Jacinda lost a lot of support there. I
Yeah.
think.
What about you? You gonna vote for her?
I haven't voted Labour in a long time.
Oh.
I'm more of a policies guy. I like to see what they're offering.
Yeah.
You know, I remember voting for John Key because he was going to lower the tax. So, yep, sweet. Anything lower the tax. But then he didn't, the asshole. One of those, it was one of those ones.
Yeah.
Those
I think he
promise-
did for the high tax bracket, I think.
It was one of those promised ones and then backtrack later on after you get the vote.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, Labour and National, I don't really want to vote for any of them. Like, you're still going to lose both sides. I don't really want to vote for any of them.
Well, for me, it's like the local government. Like the mayor, are you going to do the mayor? Mayor of Auckland?
Maybe, yeah.
Because that's hard. That's a harder one to vote for because you got to get out of your way to vote in the local elections.
Yeah.
Because you get in the mail, you got to fill it out. Then you actually have to go yourself to a
Put it
library
Yeah.
and put it in. I mean, who's got time for that?
Yeah. Wow.
Because I remember I was hard out. I should have reviewed. Sorry, but I was gonna like
Expose.
I was hard out gonna vote for the get rid of the trust. But then I had the thing in the mail. I filled it out and then just left. I was gonna do it, but I missed because I just sitting on the desk for ages. Like I forget to pick it up. Or I'm not. Like it's out of my way.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's not part of your usual routine, eh?
Yeah, it was hard to do. And I missed the deadline and fuck.
It was they. I think they lost by 1 vote.
That's it, man.
You never know, eh?
But you know, your question about national level, I think it needs to be the vote needs to go to them, either or, because you know how they say your vote's wasted if you
Yeah, exactly.
give it to someone that won't win.
Yeah. Exactly. What do you think about that?
I reckon it's true.
So if you don't want Labour to win, but you don't want National to win, but you have to vote for National just to beat Labour.
I think you got to weigh up, because what I do is weigh up who's got the best policies.
Yeah.
You got to weigh it up. Just look and see whoever gets the most points.
If you know it's a losing battle, you don't want to vote for Labour, are you still going to vote for Labour so you don't waste your vote? See, that doesn't make sense.
Well, that's why I have to do my thing. My put the policies on the table in front of me, and I'll tick and I'll cross, and whoever gets the most ticks gets my vote.
Oh yeah,
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
I reckon. I think this works because-
mo.
because I think because a lot of survivors are moving towards national way. There's been a little, not fully, but a little bit of a thing, like a difference. Especially when John Key came out. Because I remember back in the days, Mainga Tuikamala and Michael Jones, remember they were shaking his hand and doing the business thing? But that's the thing with National Way. If you're into business, then that's the party for you. Because they help business people. And help.
Yeah. It's like more business type people, you know, like
And the farmers and people. Because
So,
I think
who you going for this year? Is it next year or this year?
next year, yeah, like I said, I will have a look. But at the moment, it's leaning towards national. At the moment, unless Winston Peters has a good chance, because I like that guy. It's the man.
Yeah, I like it.
I will. He lost the last election. I voted for him and he lost, so I've considered that a waste of vote. I should have had my ear to the.
Is it the not the local one? Eh?
No, that's Union first. I voted him for last few elections, last couple.
Yeah, I'm sure I voted for Winston Peters
Mm.
and Advance Party.
Oi, who was that again? Because they never made it, eh?
They didn't have enough.
Yeah. Because, it's interesting. Even things trying again, Brian Samaki, he's trying to get in again.
Yeah. I got a lot of... just keep it quiet for now.
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't think he'll get in. He says he's got a lot of support, but he need thousands of people.
Yeah, he's got a lot of support, but not to
Not
the
to get
scale
him.
of that.
Not to get the 5%,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he might get 1% or 2%.
Will he beat Winston though?
Nah.
Do you think he'll beat Winston?
Nah. I don't know. He's got a big following though.
He has a big following. He came up.
And-
I listened to him on the radio, and he was talking on the radio to Heather Duplessis Allen, and she was just grilling him, man. And because she was saying to him, if you weren't crazy, doing crazy things around the city, then maybe people would take you seriously. What do you have to say about that? And he was like, well, most people agree with what I'm saying. And she goes, oh, so how many people came to your protest? Like 200, 300? And well, there's like under 1,000 people. And she goes, well, that's not enough to get you faster.
She sees the stats too.
Well, that's not enough for you to get it. Hundreds of people is not enough. And he was like, well, those are the people that came, but I've got a lot of support out there. People that just angry up to this government, and we're gonna make a change, blah blah blah. I was going, oh yeah, let's see.
Yeah, he's a good talker, really.
Because he got himself arrested today. I remember he got in,
Yeah.
but he got out. Did he have his court
It
case?
was over here, Henderson.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, but that's why they had all the protesters all hanging out on the road.
Oh,
They were chanting, "Let him go." Yeah, it was on Henderson police. I drove past and was going, "What's going on here?" Oh.
was his church came down?
Yo, it was all the church, and it was like packed around the whole Henderson police. Oh.
Say the truth, man. In my opinion, I wouldn't trust that guy. I didn't trust that guy.
I didn't trust that guy.
That Destiny's Church, man. That to me, when I first saw Destiny's Church and saw what they were all about, like they're just reminding me of those American evangelists that did the TV. Because they're the ones that own those big mansions and
Yeah,
they're rich as those white.
Yeah. And the only thing they preach about is tithing,
Yeah.
giving.
Yeah.
It's like, nah. What, you have the whole of all their time to say scriptures and stuff, but the whole majority of your what you're preaching is tithing. It's because they want the money. They want money.
And you see the money because you see their
Yeah.
private jets and their
Yeah.
gold Rolls Royce and
And it's
their
like
mansions
they make another church, they make another church, they make another church,
and far and all their cars. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
that's a good business to be
He's
in.
got motorbikes and all this. It's like, whoa.
But then they don't get taxed, so that's the other thing, yeah. Because
Well,
how
they're
religion
not-
doesn't get taxed.
Yeah, but they're not paid under the government.
Mm.
They don't get paid from the government, so they're living off the donations.
Mm.
So of course, if you want to get more donations, you got to preach about giving more donations.
And they got all their rich because they're on TV. They
Yeah.
they jump on the TV and they have all these networks and
Yeah,
go
yeah,
around.
yeah. But some of these churches they just strictly preach tithing,
Mm.
and it's like, okay, we get the picture. You do your tithing, and then okay, you got to give for the camp now, and I was like, what? Come on, write it down on the paper, like a shaming type thing, and I'm like, nah, this is not right. And then walk up here and put it in the box so we can see you. And it's like, oh, so you're gonna look at everybody, and the last person who doesn't come up, oh, look at him. It's like a shaming mechanism. I was like, nah, this is not right. This is like false. It's fake. All this tithing stuff. I'm pretty sure you give what you can, but not. Make sure we're all watching you. Pull out your checkbook. It's like, nah. Doesn't feel right to me. You know what I mean?
To me, that's wrong, man. Even you don't have to go that far, man. You don't have to see it. You can just look at how they do you get the gold ring if you reach a certain part of the church, and it's $500 for the first level of gold ring, and then you want to get the 1,500 level,
Yeah.
for the other level of
You
ring.
want to pay the subscription for the for the gold membership?
But I remember I had an ex-girlfriend, and she became born again, and she took me to a new church. I wouldn't say where it is, but she took me, and it was one of those ones. It wasn't Destiny's, but it was similar. And that was the first time I ever saw FPOS machine being used as when the offering plate goes around. But it was the FPOS machine.
It's sad.
And it's like passing the FPOS machine around, and that's the first time I seen that shit. And I was like, fuck, are we
it's
going?
like,
are we to do
sorry,
now?
I got the money. I settled on my card. Well, luckily, we got that FPOS machine. You know.
But I think like okay, that is like deliberate, right?
Yeah.
Like they want more than the gold coin, right?
Exactly.
Hey,
And are you there to go to church to give heaps of money? Because a lot of pastors will try and speak to me about tithing, and I got a lot of scriptures to say against tithing, but I'm just like, no. They try to fool me. Nah, this is, it's like it's a touchy subject, eh? It's like, okay, you give what you can give, and because of Islanders, they don't want to be shamed. They're proud, They don't want to be the ones who gave $10, $5. They want to be happy and stand up in church and this family gave $450 and be proud. Then go home and have noodles for the rest of the week. This the point of view,
yeah.
Rather than just give your $50 and you got your normal dinner and lunch for the rest of the week. But Islanders, that's why they attack Islanders, because we're too proud. That's how they get us.
And because I went to church, and since I was young, don't go anymore. But I thought that was normal when they announce how much money each family gives at the end of church.
It's
And
not normal now.
Because I grew up with it, and I just thought it was normal. We were
That's a shame tactic.
but we always gave $20 every time, and then some people would give more, and I thought, I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, okay, is that because they got more on their family?
Yeah.
But at that time, it was just me, my mum, and my two sisters going because Dad never went to church. He stayed home. But so I thought $20 was because it was only us, $5 each. $5 each. Just 4 of us go to church.
That's good.
Must be $5 each. That's what I thought. Then other families would give more, and because they got more on their family. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but they use it. Some churches use it. Other churches are just happy just to get it. But
And I didn't even realize how bad it was until later on in life. When I look back, and man, it was bad. They announced because families do give
it's
more,
shame.
and they feel proud, eh?
Yeah, some are proud and like they'll be proud at church on Sunday, and then Monday the kids are eating rice with salt and noodles and whatnot, and they don't care all the way up to Sunday.
Because I think when they're at church, they're around everybody. They can see you.
Yeah,
But when you're at home,
it's all
no
show.
one
Too
can
proud.
really see
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
And but a lot of these churches know they attack you. That's where they're gonna get you. If you're at the right place, just give what you can give for the church to stay alive. If you want to go to church, you got to pay for something so they can keep the power on.
Yeah. There's another thing that happens, in especially Islander churches. They have arguments in there, and then they split up. Then they have to make another church. Might be in someone's garage, and then
That's
try
common. Yeah,
try get to another hall,
yeah, that's common.
And then it happens again. And then next minute you got separate churches,
Yeah,
and then there's more money getting spread around.
I've heard of families who have when somebody gets married, they'll give them 1,000, 2,000 from the church. But then when somebody else gets married from the same church, same people, they'll give them 6,000, 7,000 for their wedding, and they'll be like fighting. Nah. You know, it's not fair. And they'll break up. They'll just leave. They'll go to somewhere else. It's just little things like that, you know, this is what they go through.
Yeah. Islanders and money, it's something that we're not.
Yeah.
We can't manage, but I think it's culture. Culture gets in the way. I think
It is the culture. Yeah, the culture gets in the way. Pride.
Yeah.
Gets in there.
Because one thing I heard about was the way we use, especially in Samoan culture, like the monetary stuff back in the days was the mets, the fine mets. So, but now with living in the modern day, it's money. So we replaced the fine mets with money, but we still have the same mentality.
The fine mets represented wealth and
back in the days, but we've replaced that with actual money. We still use the same sort of system, which doesn't work with money because the economy changes.
Well, the value of
the value changes. The wages stay the same, but the cost of living goes up.
Yeah.
So there's no such thing as your mat was worth heaps all the time. Your mat goes down the value.
Yeah. The stock exchange of your mats.
These days the mats are not up 2 cents.
Mats of the crypto.
This week the mats are down 2 cents.
Yeah. Well, it might have been so much easier if it was. We just live in there and we just stay on our island and live by mats.
But I think that's hard, because we're still trying to figure out, I think, especially the monetary stuff. Because did you see in the paper today, Sione Pomete, the guy from 3 Houses Down?
Oh, yes.
He went to prison for tax evasion, not paying his taxes.
Yes, I saw that.
$1.8 million.
How long did he get?
I think he got 3 years, 3.5 years. But $1.8 million not paying your taxes. And, when we were talking about how islanders are with money, like, is that a case? To me, that's a case of just having too much money, being successful in your businesses. Because he owned quite a few, I think they had a construction business. They went bankrupt, actually. But they had the barbershop and all this other stuff around where they stay. Some retail stores and that. So he was a proper businessman, but just not paying his taxes. I think I read in the paper, the article pointing out how much money he gave away. Because they got to do they have to do an audit with his bank accounts. So $1 million went transaction. $1 million went somewhere. $110,000 went to a new car.
Wow.
Some money went to buy a shop, a couple of shops.
Is it the tax audit?
They're
looking at all that.
Yeah, but see, if you're gonna get convicted and jailed, that's fraud, right? You're gonna be actually not paying your taxes. You gotta, it's not like, oh, sorry, I forgot, I don't know.
Yeah. You need the proof for years, and you went to court. You had no excuse now. But people hear it on the news. Oh, that all. Let him go. You understand the process you have to go through.
But I don't know. Is he that not aware? Because the article, the news can tell you the facts, right? Can tell you how much money they found going out, how much he owes the government but didn't pay it. 1.8 million. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So that's 1.8 million. You must have not paid anything the last few tax returns. Nothing.
So has he got a bloody a manager or something? Was it him?
Accountant.
Yeah, accountant doing his taxes. That's what can happen. You guys should know this. This is 101. Really. This has been there for years. There's nothing like
What's that
surprise.
saying? They're saying there's two things in life: death and taxes.
But there's no excuse. Like, you just wanted to get more money. So, no, it's been around for years and years and years. Before your dad, before your granddad. So don't cry. You just saw a shortcut.
That's a bad example. That's a bad example for Perseveranders that want to get into business and like be successful.
Yeah.
But man, I just can't believe he didn't pay his tax, man. That's the first thing. Seeing on the news, because I posted about this on the news lately. There's been a rapist that had Home D. He raped 4 girls.
Yeah.
He got Home D. He had a guy, I think he killed someone. He's got Home D. And then this guy doesn't pay his taxes. He's got 3 years in prison.
Did you hear about? There's gonna be one worse than somebody at the flea market or something.
So, bro, you should say, what about Home D? Can I get Home D?
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Oh, right.
I'll pay you back. Just give me Home D.
Okay, next time I'll be. I forgot, man. Oh. Did you hear in America they got in Illinois? They got a new law starting on the 1st of January next year for they're saying it's the new purge.
Oh, I heard others talk about it. What was that about?
So you can kill somebody, whatever. I didn't. This is what I got from it. You can kill somebody, and it's 48 hours before the cops come to you. So you could be gone by that. If you'd be ringing up, there's somebody died. 48 hours before they get to you. So you're pretty much like Alaska by then.
So this is like that movie, The Purge.
Yeah, and then you gotta, you could get so much as a fine.
If you get caught.
Yeah, a fine.
After the 48 hours?
48 hours if they catch you. And they're not allowed on your property.
What?
They're banned from your property. So I can't see what's going on here. Like, how does that work?
Is this real?
Yeah, it's real.
Chicago Purge.
It's like, what? What's going on with this? And this is coming into play 1st of January 2023.
Illinois passes a law ending cash bail gains nickname. It's the Purge law. Illinois is passing a law that some would say would make history. Illinois is looking to be the first state in the United States to abolish cash bail, and the consequences of passing such a law have many believing the state could mirror the horror movie The Purge. In the film, citizens were given 24 hours to commit all crimes they wanted. On January 1st of 2023, the Safety Act will commence in the state of Illinois. This act will get rid of the cash bail system in its entirety. The name Safety is an acronym for Safety, Accountability, Fairness, and Equity Today. Those that stated the act believe it will reduce arrests and limit those put away based on the crime. I don't get it. There are new law. Cash bail. So no more cash bail, so you can just go. Oh, okay. So if you second degree murder, so it's not you're actually if you hire the hitman to go kill someone, that's second degree.
Oh, this is not from your hand.
Yeah, not from your hand. Yeah. So that's part of it. So you just don't get you don't get bail. There's no bail.
Yeah. So I mean, I that's all I got from it. Like, I didn't look into it too much, but I just got a quick read from it.
So it includes second degree murder, arson. So you can burn down. You can burn down a building.
Yeah, or burn them in the car, like when they're sleeping.
Drug induced homicide. So you can accidentally
drug them by accident, with a
robbery,
injection.
Kidnapping, aggravated battery, burglary, intimidation, aggravated driving under the influence, fleeing and eluding drug offences, and threatening a public official.
That's pretty much all the good stuff. Like.
So what you get a pre-trial, released for the crimes, and if prosecutors fail to show clear and convincing evidence that the alleged could be a threat to a specific individual, unfortunately, the consequences of the Safety Act make an impact on how fast arrest criminals must be dealt with, because prosecutors would only have 48 hours to decide whether the alleged criminal should be released. Investigators believe that 48 hours is enough time to collect valuable evidence from surveillance cameras, laboratory work, and forensic research. Oh, okay. So if you do the crime, you get arrested, you have to convict, you only get 48 hours to give a reason for his arrest. If you don't, then he can go.
Yeah. And if you get found guilty, I think I read somewhere that you can pay for it. Somebody can pay for you to get out. If you don't have it, somebody will pay you to get out of jail, for bail. Like whenever and wherever.
The reason?
I'm not totally sure, but yeah, that's what I was reading. Something along those lines.
So as controversial as this law could be, let's look at how this came about. For many years in the United States, many have called to abolish the cash bail system. 3 out of 5 people that are in jail have not been convicted of any crimes. That's about 500,000 people wasting away in jail cells before there's even a trial because of the lack of actual investigating and research. Oh, okay. So that's just a consequence of what's been going on. So if you get arrested and you put in jail and you don't get bailed, you're still in jail while they're investigating you.
Yeah.
So if you don't get bailed, you're still in jail.
So you're free until found guilty. Until you're being proven guilty.
Yeah, until you've been proven guilty. But that time, if you don't get bailed, you stay in jail, right? Until your court case.
Yeah, so can you see where the hacks come from? Like, okay, that seems fair. But
you can get released after 48 hours.
Yeah, but you can see the hacks in the day. 48 hours, like, where can you go?
No, it's 48 hours. You can get released after 48 hours. So if they can't find evidence, you can go.
Yeah.
And no bail either.
Oh, okay. No, I actually heard that it takes 48 hours before they can come to you. And now they can't even come on your land. Like, you know how cops can come in and arrest you? They can't come on your land now if you own that land.
All right.
Yeah.
But that's afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that law is in the 1st of January as well. Police can't come on your land in Illinois.
But then it makes sense. Like, if they got millions of people in jail for no reason because they haven't sorted out the investigation yet, that's a lot of people to be in jail and they might be innocent.
But can you see what my thinking is, like, they can hack it?
Yeah.
Like, it's sort of like a purge.
Well, there's a loophole, right?
Yeah.
Because if you want to commit second-degree murder and you hired someone to kill someone and that happens, by the time you get arrested, that person has to be gone. The person that killed the person has to be gone.
Yeah.
So that evidence is gone. All the evidence of that murder has to be gone. And they only got 48 hours to prove it. So after 48 hours and they haven't come with the evidence, then you're allowed to leave. You can get out of jail.
Yeah. That is sort of like the purge within reason, you know, within like, that does make sense. But yeah, I don't know if it'll spread throughout America, but
I think that they'll just look at Illinois and see how that goes.
yeah, I think it's a testing ground.
It makes sense with the problem they've got. But then you're right, there's loopholes in there.
Yeah.
People will take advantage of it,
Yeah.
if they're smart enough.
Evil people will take advantage. Oh, yes, darling. And then call us mother. Get rid of it. You know? I don't know. Just depends. But I can see bad coming from this.
But it might be a good thing for the cops or the detectives to update game. You got 48 hours to solve the crime.
Well, all the cops are coming out. And they're explaining what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And they just think it's pretty bad.
Working overtime and all that.
Yeah. No, bad guys getting loose, you know?
Well, if you think about it, 48 hours, you can't even sleep during that time,
No. Or if you've done something.
Well, say the clock starts now. You got 48 hours to get the evidence to convict this guy. You can't even have a sleep.
Yeah. You're gonna drive straight there and fingerprints and all sorts and find out what happened.
Oh, the witness is gone on holiday.
Like, oh, okay. Okay, unsolved mystery.
But you know what? That's an answer to a solution. It's probably not a good answer. Eh? I mean, there is a problem. The problem is there's too many people in jail that might be innocent.
Yeah.
So and if that's the best solution, then it might not be. Eh?
I think they're just trialing, you know, because they've got so many in there. It's been 6 months and they're innocent. What have been sitting there for 6 months? Oh, you know. Oh, some of them are guilty, but
America's fucked up though. That's a fucked up country. Have you seen, like, I was talking to my mate about them recently. We're talking about where all the taxes go. There's a chart. If you look up or Google, there's a pie chart, and it shows you where the tax money goes in America's economy and infrastructure. And about this much of the pie goes to the military.
oh yeah.
They spend so much money on the army. They spend so much money, more money than any
like
other
trillions, eh?
trillions on any other country. It's like 10 times. They spend 10 times as much as the next country. You know,
so that's why they're one of the strongest superpowers. That's why a lot of countries don't want to mess with them. Except now we see Russia. They're saying, yeah, bring it. You know, if you want to talk the talk, let's walk the walk. You know, Russia's in there, taking over Ukraine, and I think they're just going to continue all the way down.
I don't even know what's happening. Last time I heard Ukraine was winning, but that's the last time.
Yeah, well, we only see what media shows you, you know? We don't get to see the real... What's going to happen is Russia's going to come all the way down and take 3 countries with it. And America's not going to do nothing. They're going to get dealt to. And that's... I don't know. A lot of people saying England's next, Great Britain first. But it's hard.
Yeah, especially with the way the world's going. You got China,
China and Taiwan, yeah.
Oh yeah. Because Taiwan's that little.
Yeah, well, America has come out and said, if you attack Taiwan, we're going to protect them. It's like, what? Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
But isn't their president Joe Biden? He's a bit of a losing his mind, eh? A bit of a.
Yeah. I didn't want to get into.
See, Obama's probably shaking his head, eh? The hell?
He's probably in the background, probably putting the strings.
I don't know if Trump's gonna start again, because he's got one more term if he wants it.
What do you reckon about that?
Well, there's a lot of people that support him. Yeah. There's a lot of crazy nutcases that support him.
A lot.
And that it was interesting at that time because it showed you how much crazy people there are in America. How many racist people too.
Yeah, it shows a lot. But I don't know.
But he's in trouble, I think they've got some evidence that would put him in jail.
I saw somewhere they got evidence from his house. Like, I don't know what they got, but they went in there and so they got something.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
blackmail.
He took some files, I forget.
Yeah, took the files. So,
Some
well, what
top secret
files? Like, why would you say that and they say what it is? Hey, it's just like saying, bro, did you hear about blah, blah, blah? Yeah. Nah, I don't want to tell you. That's like, well, you have to tell me now. It's like, bro, why is he got the files and don't tell you what's on the files? Far out.
Oh, what kind of files he's got, man?
Yeah.
Like some secret files, like the UFO, Area 51 file. Or...
Yeah, we want to hear the gossip.
He's the type of guy that'll do something like that, eh? Like you never, no one expected him to be the president. And when he's in there, he's like the guy that you don't want in there. Because he's that big head kind of guy. He's probably like, because, you know, him being the president is like any of us being the president. Jumping in and going, wow, this is cool. Like, I'm the president.
Yeah. No tax for PlayStation players. Only Xbox.
I will so take those, look for those. First we go, okay, first thing on the agenda, where's that Area 51 file? I want to see what you got on there.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Cut the crap. All right, cut the camera off. Let's have a look. You know? All right, cool. Bring it in. Let's look. I knew it. Hey.
All the secrets. See,
Yeah.
man. Wow, I'll be straight in all the secrets. Just tell everybody I'm having like 1 week break. I'm just at the back reading all the secret files, man. Who killed JFK?
Yeah.
But it's got
Who's wearing a mask? Who's undercover?
oh, can I get that thing when you sees everyone's laptop? Can I get that?
Yeah. Give it the app. The CIA's got the app.
So how does this work? Can I look in
Yeah. Show me the video cameras from blah blah blah's house. Oh. There's probably, I'm sure they got technology about that, no?
You know, I'm sure Trump will be the guy to do all that shit. Like ask for all that.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's like us. He'll be like us at the beating president.
Most probably. Hey, it's like, G, watch this, G. It types it in. Oh, I'll show you.
Wow. has to be something.
Yeah.
And there's files that they want badly because they'll put them in jail for it.
Yeah, exactly. What are you hiding?
And you know what? Even when he lost, he was so pissed off. He would have grabbed some files. Yeah, I got you now, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, and he lost, but they still counted him as a threat. Like, hang on, he's still dangerous. You know, he knows something. If only you could see, like in the backyard sort of type thing. You know, wow. That would be so good.
Well, you know, Joe Biden's like not the best.
Well,
He hasn't got the.
what do you think, Joe Biden or ginger hair, Trumpy?
Well, you know, it's been quiet since Joe Biden's been president. There's no footage, hardly. Yeah. Even when Trump was there, there's footage everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, everybody wanted to see what he gets up to.
I know, but what about like results wise?
I don't know enough about him. But all I've seen is like him being like losing his memory.
Oh, it's the
Stuff like
funny
that.
one. Funny
Yeah,
stuff.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
He's pretty. Well, he's senile. He's going senile.
Yeah, dementia sort of. I don't know how to explain it.
See, the problem is like I noticed with America, even with the last election, there's so many young politicians trying to get through, especially with the Democrats. There are a lot of young guys and women as well, and I think they talk more to the people. A guy like Joe Biden, like he's too old, man. How does he know?
Not really going out into the townships and stuff.
Or just get a little connection with everybody around the country. Like there's problems. There's 80-year-old problems and there's 30-year-old problems. When you're.
But it looks like he can't even walk down the stairs. Like, how do you walk around and go and tell people about your, what you're doing? It's like,
Do you get into that much? The American politics?
No, not really.
Just what comes on?
Yeah, I can't really say much about it. A lot of times it was Donald Trump. They made it on the.
See?
Nothing about Biden.
Yeah, because he's boring.
Yeah, it's like once in a blue moon you see stuff about Biden, and then you see a lot of his, his senile words and that, and they just make a meme out of it.
We're only going to see the negative stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
But they showed a lot of Trump, positive and negative, so I don't know what happened now. They didn't show much about the American politics.
Nah. I think because nothing really happens with Joe Biden unless he stumbles his words on the speeches. But the one thing they are showing is the royal family, especially with the Queen passing away. But even those, I don't know if you saw those little things they put out with Charles getting mad over a pen.
Oh, and he was like, pick it up. I was like, pick it up. Like, I don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I did.
And there's a lot of memes going down about his fingers.
Yeah, what's that?
Because he's got like sausage fingers. His fingers are thick. And they look ugly.
Yeah.
And they're white. And that's...
Is that
and there are all these memes coming out about his fingers. He's got sausage fingers. Stuff like that.
Wow.
But it's funny when you pick up what the media picks up and throws out there.
Yeah. It's like they're molding you to what the picture was. Really.
Yeah, but it's like nothing. But they made it big.
He's like, he's got a pen, he's writing something, and then he's like, oh, you grab that. I'm trying to do this.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh. I was like, what?
Well, that was the second one, because there was another one. The pen wasn't working or something. And he goes, buddy, hell, the pen. And that was a funny one, because they remind me of James Bond, the way they talk. Because they had the guy at the back. Oh, but and he came. Took the pen.
No.
But see, it's funny how the media just blasts all that for nothing. Like they blasted Meghan Markle for telling the aide that she'll carry the flowers.
Oh, true.
Did you see that one?
No.
So her and Harry were shaking hands with the people in the crowd, and they got the barrier. So they're walking up, shaking hands, and the crowd were giving her flowers, bouquets of flowers, so she was holding them like that. And then the aide came up to her. He goes, oh, I'll take those for you. And she goes, oh, no, it's all right. They told me to put it over there, so I'm going to go put it over there. And that's it.
They made a big deal out of it.
They made Meghan Markle attacks the aide.
It's the bloody media owns it, eh?
Meghan Markle rude outburst.
Yeah. How rude. Get her out.
Snaps at the aide, only trying to help her.
Caught on camera. Oh, racist Meghan Markle.
Racist to the white person.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Yeah, but the media, really, they got the strings, eh? They're like,
I wasted my click on that. But that's the thing, clickbait, the whole clickbait thing.
Yeah, that's it. You read the title, it's like, ooh, I want to hear that. And I was like, is that all? Is that all? Oh.
I remember when I got caught. I should have a segment on MCL clickbait. What kind of baits did you get caught with? Man, I got one of Easter last year. It was Easter. There was a story, headline in the Herald. What's Jacinda's husband's name? Like the presenter guy?
Oh,
the fishing guy.
Clark.
Yeah.
Clark Kent, yeah. Not Clark Kent.
Superman.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
Clark Gayford. The worst. Clark Gayford gives the worst. I think it was Mother's Day or Easter present or Easter. Oh no, it was Mother's Day. Mother's Day present to the worst Mother's Day gift. And I clicked on it. It was just a bread and butter for breakfast in bed. Like, hey.
Like, but the title, woo.
Yeah.
The title was like,
but why?
Scandal. This is scandal.
But why would you waste all that printing, internet space
It's because it costed them $40, but everybody who clicked onto it, it would have cost. They would have profited like maybe 500,000.
And I'm getting a lot of that kind of stuff on Herald. Herald's the worst. Herald's the worst of their clickbait. You know what? Don't go into entertainment section because that's the worst part. Entertainment section and the lifestyle section.
I find that stuff. I don't listen to the news or the Herald. It's to me. It's like I don't. There's nothing to do with the real world issues for me. When you're looking at the world, we've got floods, war. You know, everybody's like record amount of heats, but none of that shows up on our news. You know, for me, like why? How come we only see Kardashians? Blah blah blah. Kardashian fell over. Blah blah blah. It's like I don't care about that crap. I want to see world issues. You know, but I never see any of that. It's like, well, who's picking and choosing what they want, what we want to see? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they want to show us what they want us to see, but I want to see what's happening around the world. Isn't that what the world news is for?
Yeah. I know. I mean, do you watch CNN a lot? Even those places, like CNN.
Yeah.
Because they only show what America wants to see, sort of.
Yeah.
Like they'll show the Ukraine stuff, but maybe on Ukraine.
Well, we're still at war with Russia and Ukraine, but we don't see any updates or any of that stuff. It's like, what?
I heard the best coverage is from Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera News.
Is that the Muslim one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but you're right. Like the Herald won't. But then, for me anyway, my opinion, that's me. Like, I like to learn what's going on in New Zealand, especially in Auckland, like around me. Like I miss the Western Leader. I always forget to read the Western Leader.
Yeah.
It's online. And there's a section in the Herald of West Auckland. There's West Auckland News. But I remember reading that when the paper used to come in the mail.
That's the thing, the times change, eh?
Yeah.
It's like, man, I miss those days.
Because I like to know, because I don't know where to get information from around the community. Like, I just have to wait till it shows up on my news feed and social media. But you want a place where everything's there and dates or stuff. Like, I really want to go to that Te Aratu, when it starts up again, the Te Aratu food truck. Food truck. I think it's on Thursdays or Tuesdays when they start up again. And over in St. John's and Te Aratu stuff. Yeah. There's all these food trucks that come there.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
It's not like the night market one.
No.
Oh, when did they go to the night market?
I think they go everywhere around. But
yeah.
there needs to be a spot on Tuesday and Thursday there. But there's a seafood place called Kaimoana. I think that's the name of the food truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. They sell lobster and that.
Ooh. That sounds good. Yeah, but what you're saying is like the information of...
Because are you finding it difficult to find information you want to read up on or look up?
Yeah. Well, what's happening is, I want to look up world events. You know, like what's happening, but I'm only getting Will Smith. Things like that. It's like I don't care about Will Smith, Johnny Depp, blah blah. I don't care. And you get stuff like that, like people like commenting and that. Oh yeah, let's go. I don't want to hear about that. I know you guys do, but I want to hear about like tsunamis and earthquakes and who died, all these celebrities overseas. I want to hear the good stuff from what we used to hear. Yeah, so that I want to hear. We don't hear any of that stuff anymore. You know what I mean?
Do you listen to podcasts more? Heaps?
I think that's where I'm gonna end up going. Is podcasts, because media is daily sugarcoated for me. They're like just telling you what you want, what they think you want to hear.
Yeah.
Not what you need to hear.
Yeah.
I don't want to You know, I don't. They're trying to hide us from what's happening in the real world. I want to hear what's happening in the real world. You know, we have record amounts of floods, and all this, and we don't see any of it on the news. And I'm like, is it true or not? Because my media's not saying anything, so I don't know what's true. You know what I mean?
You should listen to Joe Rogan then. Even though he doesn't really, you get a little bit of idea what's going on, especially around where he is in America and that, LA and Texas. You get a little bit of idea. There was this guy, he came on a show, he talked about, he doesn't believe in the rising of the water for the environmental, the
Like
sea levels rising, because the banks don't agree. And it's a conspiracy for the rich people saving those coastal properties.
Yeah.
Because when the word of the sea levels are rising, people will be scared to buy properties on the
Seashore.
on the seashore property.
Yeah.
So he's saying, why are the banks still giving loans? If they knew these houses won't be, why are the banks giving loans for these houses still?
Exactly.
If the water was, if they knew
And
the
why
water,
are they still building around the water?
because if they say 30 years time, water's level is gonna rise a meter, and those houses will be flooded in 30 years time. Well, why are they still giving loans for these houses for 30 years, or you know, it won't even be there.
Yes, it's weird, eh? It's like your alarm bells for your common sense will kick in, and it's like, no, hang on. Doesn't make sense.
But then, you know, it's a place where you want to know the true facts of what's going on. See, the government's stance on, our government stance on the environment. I see even that confuses me. Because, okay, we want to do good for the environment. We want to cut down pollution, cut down our carbon footprint. But what's the use if the rest of the world ain't doing it?
Yeah, I heard.
You know what I mean? Like, if China's
it's-
the biggest country that's putting pollution out in there, why are uses us doing our part when we're still gonna get fucked from China
Yeah.
or
And
any
it's
other
like-
country? Yeah.
Oh, the polar caps mounting. It's like, so shouldn't the water be rising and the beaches should be disappearing? Like, if it's that, but it's exactly where it was like 20 years ago. Like,
Yeah. That's exactly what this guy was saying. He was talking about, like, these things, water rising and coming down, they're normal. There's people that don't believe that humans are doing anything more than what's happening. You know, Earth is doing it anyway.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think is
See, I don't even know.
the whole plan?
Well, if you think about the carbon footprint thing, organizations are making money off that
So you
because they're finding they find companies that give off too much carbon.
so
know?
you're thinking it's a money?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but it might be for no valid reason. I mean, no reason at all then to get money, because what if it's not true? You know?
And everything is like driven by greed, money. You know,
Yeah.
the same as the pharmaceuticals. You know, they're driven by money, greed.
Yeah, but
so what about all this
profit?
Yeah, the profit. Yeah, just to make money.
Yeah.
They don't care who they stand on to get there.
Well, there's always a ceiling. And when I had a guest on the podcast earlier this year or last year, she was she owned a scrap metal business in Samoa. So in Samoa they have waste they want to recycle, but the problem is that in Samoa it costs money to put all this material into containers and ship them out to a place to get processed.
Yeah.
But the problem is these places want 100 containers.
Oh.
They don't want one container with,
Yeah.
and Samoa's small. They can only maybe provided 1 container or 2 containers. So it's not enough to,
Yeah.
you know,
Continuously.
to continuously do it. Now, New Zealand, Australia send all our old computers, because we recycle our computers over here, but you know where they go? They go to the islands. So they fix them up, take them to the islands.
Really?
They go to both from New Zealand and Australia. Now the problem is there's too many now. And now they're becoming waste. Because these computers are ones that we are going to throw away. So we send them over to the islands, but they've got maybe 1 year left anyway.
Yeah.
And then what are they going to do with that? Scrap metal. Now there's got heaps of scrap metal of those.
So what's happening now?
Yeah. So there's too much rubbish.
And you can't discard it normally, yeah.
Well, they don't have the infrastructure to throw that rubbish away because they're, especially in Samoa, I think they're where they throw their waste, it's going to run out in the next, I don't know, 20 years, no more room. So they're going to do something else.
They can't bury it or landfill.
Yeah, it's landfill.
True.
So they're nearly going to hit the ceiling on that. So recycle is the next best thing. But that's the next problem. They have to get enough to ship it out.
They got no plants there? They can't make
They can't. It's not feasible anyway. It's not feasible for them to build a plant to process the stuff.
Oh.
But even then, that's why we got rid of, New Zealand got rid of our plastic. Because you know how, remember when there were plastic in supermarkets and that?
Yeah.
Because China wasn't accepting our plastic anymore.
Hey.
Yeah, it was too much. And plus, I heard that they were saying like, a lot of the stuff coming over wasn't even plastic anyway. Heaps of shit in there.
Oh.
You know, it was hard for them to process.
The fake stuff.
It's hard for them to process.
Oh.
Or just stuff that's not even plastic coming through.
Yeah, like styrofoam looking stuff.
You know, put our recycle bins out. I won't believe that everything is perfect that comes out in the processing plant over here. You know, they got when they tip those trucks out, the recycled stuff. I'm sure there's gonna be some organic rubbish gonna go with those machines
There'll
too.
be some like what? What's that? I've always thought that.
Yeah, and that's what they're getting in China. That's what's happening when they're getting our plastic in China. They're, fuck this ain't plastic.
This is uranium or something.
But there was too much of that shit happening that they shut us down. So now, no more plastic. You guys are fucking bullshit with your plastic.
It's not even plastic.
Too much rubbish. And oh yeah, the plastic.
Yeah, plastic.
And the recycle.
We were talking about like 12 things.
That's right. I was talking about. Fuck. I'm sure like all things are thrown in that recycle bin that they're supposed to be.
No. Yeah. I've heard a few things, but they're not supposed to be recycled. But
because you know when because if you think about it, when it goes in, it's lost. So no one knows.
Yeah. Nobody cares because it's past your house. And, you know.
Imagine if you're working at that place, when do they actually have to separate everything?
Yeah, they do.
With masks on and all that shit. Next minute, something. Hey.
So if you put something not recyclable down below and then cover it up with a couple of cans, they're gonna, oh yeah, it's all good. And then when they try and trace it back, where you gonna trace it back?
Because they send someone to check them, me.
Yeah, they only look at the top. You can't dig down and have a look right down the bottom.
I never knew they did that. When I saw someone with hivers walking around looking at all the bins,
Yeah,
and I was saying, hey, what's he doing?
he just looks at the top.
Yeah.
And then he takes your ticket.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all he does. He doesn't go and Karen and go right down to the bottom and go, hey, hang on. Because of, what's this? Oh.
Fuck. But now we got over that plastic thing real fast, because I remember when they announced that no more plastic and Countdown. Because that's the reason why I went to Countdown, because they packed the food.
Oh, true.
And I just went, because, you know, Pack and Save, they don't.
Yeah. They
All
got
for
the
yourself.
paper.
All for yourself. Every man for yourself. And then when they took away the plastic, I was like, man, everyone's getting pissed off. But no, we got over it pretty quickly. I think people knew it was a good thing.
Yeah, you just try it.
Mm.
You know, they're like, nah. Just give it a try. That's where we're living now.
How's your beer?
No, it's good. Do you want one?
Yeah, I want one, but just can't do my.
So, if you were to have one
Yeah.
while you're on, would it affect it?
I don't know. I just don't want to, because you know how painful gout is. It's fucking.
I don't know.
It's fucking painful, man.
I haven't. I've seen it many times, but I've never experienced it.
I'm still trying to get over my gout because I had gout 2 days ago, and it's like glass in your joints. If you think about that. So, you know how your wrist. Imagine if there's glass in your wrist in the joint. So every time we do that, it's just scraping with the glass. That's painful. Eh?
Grinding. Oh, this was I don't know.
That's painful. But the pills I got, I think it wasn't prednisone, it was something else. But they're strong. So you gotta have it with heaps of food and heaps of water, because it's bad for your kidneys. And it pretty much goes straight away. It's fast acting.
Hey.
Yeah. Not straight away, but within a few hours, and then you have another one that's gone. So if you imagine sharp glass in your joints, what the pill does after an hour after you take the pill, just imagine the glass gets all blunt.
Oh, so it's still sore, but it's not as bad.
Yeah, it's just blunt glass. So something is in there, but it's not sore.
You
Not
know,
as sore.
prednisone. It's a steroid
Yeah.
like you use for bodybuilding.
Is it?
It's a type of steroid, yeah. So you can actually use that for and do bodybuilding. That's what people use it for.
Oh, gee. I didn't know that.
It's probably why you're getting more bulky now.
Well, I had prednisone before, but I remember it was slow to work when I had it. So, but I had one before that, when I had gout before that time. Oh, last time I had gout, I had prednisone, and I remember it took maybe 4 doses to get it right. So
Yeah, they use it for asthmatics as well.
Oh, okay.
It just strengthens your lungs.
So when you asked me, I said, "Oh, what did I get last time? Because that took ages to work." And he told me, "Oh, it was prednisone." Oh, okay. Can I get the one before that? Because you know it's all on record.
Yeah.
And he, you had this. I forgot the name of it. Oh, you had this. Oh, yeah, give me that one because that works straight away. That was fast. So that's what I got.
That was a better one.
It's a better one.
Yeah, they actually got different levels of prednisone, so
Yeah.
you might have got a weak dose, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know how it works. They get stronger.
So I started getting gout about 5, 6, 7 years ago. First time. And it was funny because I never thought I'd get it. I was pretty good, like having a lot of drinks and a lot of seafood. I love seafood, a lot of red meat, I love beer. My 3 favorite things. And I never got gout until about 5, 6, 7 years ago. And it happened when I was running. Because I was running and I sort of tweaked my ankle when I turned the corner, when I went for a jog. And there was pain. I thought it was like, oh, it's just a tweak, and it was sore, like a sprained ankle or something. But then it never went away. And then it started to get sore and sore. So I went to a doctor, and he said, "Oh, I will give you a blood test. I think you got gout." I'm like, hey, because apparently sometimes sprained ankle injury like that can trigger it.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
So that sort of triggered it, and I got gout ever since. Like every time I go on a binge, I don't look after myself, like, because and that's when I started learning about it. Because I knew about gout, because I think some of my friends had it. My dad had it, but when my dad was having it, like I didn't really understand it much. I thought it was for old people injury. I didn't know it was because
Hey, you can get it young now.
Yeah, because I didn't know you can drink it. Like I didn't know it was caused because you drink too much beer or seafood or stuff like that, or your blood. Especially in Polynesian people, like their blood is so the males anyway that were susceptible to have high uric acid Because that was what it is. If you have higher
Yeah.
uric acid,
Yeah.
will turn into those crystals.
Tomato sauce is the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, they go into your joints. But
I don't know too much about gout. I haven't got it yet, but I've got it on both sides of my family. But so I haven't bothered to do any research about it. But yeah, it's like I'm just figuring it could be acidic. You know, when I was talking to you before, acidic. Your blood is too acidic, like heartburn and all that. So
when you're telling me you come up with a little home remedy or something that you do.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
drink
yeah.
water and was it water and
yeah, and
baking soda.
Baking soda.
You just mix
Yeah,
it.
One teaspoon
Uh.
of baking soda. Mix it up and drink it. And that just levels my my blood pH level.
Yeah.
So I'm not acidic. I heard that it's a good cure for like cancer in there because cancer lives off sugar and acidic blood types. So if you're going back alkaline, I'm just assuming that it might do good for gout and that, because I haven't had gout and it's really really bad on both sides of my family, but I can't figure out why I haven't got it, because I eat seafood and drink beer and all this sort of thing, you know, tomatoes and whatnot. I'm not even watching out for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it could be a cure in the future.
So how often do you take the water and baking soda?
Like once every 4 days when I can remember or whatever, you know. It's like not every day. It's just to level your blood.
How'd you find out about it?
I was watching it online. Yeah, watching it online, and then I seen a few more online explanations about it, and it made sense to me. Yeah, so maybe I'm just gonna carry on because I don't want to have gout.
Yeah.
And well, who's to say that it's not gonna stop you from other illnesses? You know.
And it's free.
Yeah.
Oh, not
It's-
free, but
It's cheap.
you don't have to get a prescription.
Yeah. You don't have to go and get a blood transfusion or something. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, that,
You don't have to be on allopurinol. I'm on allopurinol I have to take one every day now, just for prevention.
and that's even if you don't have a gout.
Yeah, because it's to lower my uric acid
And who's to say that it's baking soda or something in there?
in that pill.
In that pill that you're paying $40 a week. You know? Who's to say? I don't know. But that's the type of thing that they ain't gonna tell you. They're just gonna say, we done a lot, 20 years research.
Yeah, I always thought that there's two ways. You can take pills and do what the doctor says and take what the pharmaceutical companies give you, right? Or just be fucking healthy. Eat vegetables, exercise, and do all that. Because surely that's going to be more helpful to you in the long run than wait till you get sick and then get all the medication. Hey.
Yeah. What's yeah.
But that's for people that don't want to exercise and eat healthy, right?
Yeah. If you want to go to Bender, cancel that one.
But see, so there's an alternative here. So they give us an alternative to live, right? You can either do this or do that. But they won't give us an alternative when vaccinated or not, you know? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. You can eat some takeaways, eat some fast
Yeah.
food. You know, if you're sick, sore stomach, we got medicines for that. So you can keep on doing that. Or, don't waste your money on fast food. Don't waste your money on going to doctor. If you eat healthy, eat vegetables, exercise often,
It's weird, eh?
then you don't have to worry about all that. Spend money on health and because you know.
Yeah. Because you're doing it.
Well, we should be doing it. We should be going this way.
We should be, yeah. But we're humans. The human nature is lazy. We don't want to do that, you know? To be fair, we want to take the easy road out.
Even if it means getting a heart attack,
Yeah.
or do we just push it away? Because man, I'll tell you the truth, man. Like last few, especially with Isaiah passing away, like always made me think. Because man, his health wasn't the best, and his heart gave away. And man, ever since that, I was just worried about, man, am I playing with? Am I rolling the dice every time I fucking eat fucking cheeseburger or something like that?
Yeah.
You know, fast food.
That's right. You start worrying,
Because we're at that age, man. Like people around us passing away. You know, and we're not young anymore. We're not 20.
Yeah. I was just like...
We're not invincible anymore.
Caught up with my friend haven't seen him since high school. And he's like, yo, what have you been up to? Oh, well, I didn't know you were here. Anyway, he's like, did you hear about this person? No. This one? No. This one?
Oh.
No. This one? No. He's just filling me in on people who passed away.
Hey.
And I say, well, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that stuff. Like, how's family? Like, and I was like, what? All of these people just passed away. It's like heart attack or something like this. Like, what?
Yeah, man.
Am I in that age bracket now where my time is up? So it could be from now to whenever. You're gonna be worried and start thinking about, okay, I want to start looking after myself and eating healthy. You know what I mean? It's scary.
If you look up at the stats, I think Pacific Islanders are the groups that die early than anyone else. I think the Balinese live longer than the Asians live long too. But the Pacific Islanders, they're like the ones to,
What do you put it down to?
I think it's the food, man. I think our blood, our body type, our blood types, our DNA, we're not suited for this Western world food, eh? Because if you think about where we come from, the islands, like the food we have there is organic. And, if we go back to islands, there's heaps of skinny people there. There's heaps.
Dang.
There's heaps.
Well, they're living off the land, eh?
Yeah. Oh, they're working the land, eating organic.
Yeah, you're right.
But, we come over here, we eat here.
Yeah.
We eat the Western
and we're
food.
lazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to cook. Let's go down and get some $10 special.
Yeah.
And we'll go to McDonald's or we'll just go to Burger King. You got so many options now.
It's cheaper and it's easy. It's fast, and I think our bodies aren't built for that type of food.
No.
Because we've been living off the land for
centuries. We're reckless.
Yeah.
Islanders are like, I don't care. Bring it. Run it up the nuts, We're just, we're head first. Islanders are fearless, There's a lot of us Islanders who don't care. We attack. We go for the biggest on the field.
Yeah.
We got that state of mind where we're warriors, and it's gonna cost us. It's gonna cost us a bit, Now my shoulders from rugby, fear poko. That's what happens when you try and take on the biggest one, and then or tingling. It's because of our state of mind, We just like to, we're fearless. We're superior, Yeah. And look what's going to happen.
But then if you look at a lot of our parents, they live to old age, eh? Especially the ones that come, like our parents that come from Samoa or islands that come here, eh?
Yeah.
So it must be the food here, eh? It must be that.
It must be.
Must be the fast food, eh? It must be the
even
unhealthy.
the oldies from... Yeah, they come here and they live long.
Yeah.
So whatever they've had so far up to this point would have been good for them.
And then us kids, we're born in it.
What do you think about the radiation and all that as well? Like living in the high tech digital world, 5G and TVs and microwaves and all this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do you have that in the islands, like, to the extent we have?
Not back then, but they're starting to now. I think, yeah. I think even in because over here, you know how they had that thing with the 5G towers and that. Like I know when I was in Samoa, they were putting up some 4G towers, but they were asking if they needed to put one somewhere, they'll ask it'll be on someone's property. They'll say, "Oh
Then
no,
they'll ask for.
you'll get paid every month as long as this tower's on your property." Sort of thing.
Oh, that's alright. Oh yeah. It does make sense, eh? They're living longer than us. When I'm seeing all my friends and family now, before 50 something, yeah, they'll passing away, and it's normal.
Yeah. But I think the organic thing is missing there. We're not eating organic stuff, eh?
No. It's all processed stuff.
Yeah. Unless you go to
It's
get
just
vegetables.
easy. You know? I've eaten heaps of processed stuff. It's because I can't be bothered. I'm getting tired. I'm old. I just want to just give it to me. I'll give you the money. Just give it to me, you know?
Yeah. That's like everybody. But I know I need to change that. I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to cook more. And it was good we had a lockdown that we could cook. Then we lost it again. But
And there was a good phase where we were like trying to do the, the outdoor cooking as well.
Yeah.
That was a good phase as well.
Yeah.
Like, we should have just kept that going.
Yeah, with the Weber and all
Yeah,
that.
with the river and the smoke and that was good.
Bit of a primal.
Yeah.
Get back to the primal roots.
Well, that's right. Like once the electricity goes out, do you know how to cook food? Like to feed your family, do you know how to make a fire and just get back to the roots?
True that, eh?
You know what I mean? Do you know how to survive? Like be hunter gatherer. I guess it's in our genes, it's in our DNA. Well, we're going to be losing all that stuff if we carry on this way.
Because even if you look at island food, it's just carbs on carbs, eh?
Yeah. And
Mostly.
And protein. And protein on protein.
But I think that gets worked out over there because they work outside, the boys and that, I mean, running around. So there's more physical activity.
And it's, the there's like the seasons of it's, well, like the islands are it's more hotter, tropical climate.
You got rainy season and dry season. Just 2 seasons.
But they're both hot,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know.
Are you guys gonna go back?
Hopefully soon. We haven't decided. We had planned last year and the year before, but they both got shut down. So
Yeah.
we're not gonna hold our breath this year. Oh, next year. So we're just gonna wait and see how it goes, and then we'll go somewhere.
England for the World Cup. So how's that looking, man?
Idea.
How's the World Cup looking? Because I saw they brought out the Tongan team, and announced the Tongan team. They look strong, eh? Have you seen them?
Yeah, it's like a glitchy. It's like, is that real? Are you sure?
Because how many of those guys? Because a lot of them plays their origin, eh? They didn't make the first game against New Zealand.
No. But man, they look so good. The only thing I'm worried about is like their halves.
Yeah.
But and the spine, but they got all the guns. Like most of those guys will probably make the Aussie team if they got picked, But I think maybe the Kiwis too strong.
They are strong too, eh? Oh, they announced their team.
Kiwis look. Nah, I don't even think the Aussies got a chance.
Really?
Yeah. Because most of these Aussie teams would include some of these Kiwis and the Tongans and the Samoans. They pledged their allegiance to their own countries, so it'd be interesting to see their team. And I'm sick of hearing the Aussies saying, "Oh, we can put our 4th string, 6th string." Well, you're not even number 1 for a couple of years now, so no, I don't listen to you. New Zealand's been number 1 for years, so it doesn't matter.
Well, who they got there half? They got Munster and DCE, I guess, or Cleary. See, that's a hard one, eh? They'll have Cleary, definitely, and Munster. No, that's a good combination.
I don't know. That'll be a hard one. Because I'm picking DCE.
For chemistry.
But I'm thinking Cleary. If Cleary wins the grand final, they surely have to pick Cleary. You reckon? But I'm picking DCE because he's probably the best halfback anyway. But, if Cleary wins the grand final, there's no way they're going to cry about it, He needs to be the number 1.
But who will be their second string? Will their second string be strong?
Halfback or team?
Team. Because say Payne Haas chooses Samoa, he'll be gone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All their superstars have opted, and the majority of them are Islanders. So, as many years of racism they've had against us, they're gonna shut their mouth now because majority of the superstars these days are Islanders. Not only we had the size and the strength, and now we've caught on to the training techniques and the skill that we needed. And now you can see that New Zealand's number 1 for years, and most of the superstars are all Islanders because we've closed the gap. We've got the brute force and the size and the strength. No, you taught us the skill and the
NRL's dominated by Polynesian players anyway now, eh?
Yeah,
I think there's more
that's
Polys
why
than-
they're trying to practice all these names because they know that the Polynesian players are going to be in the future. So they're butchering all these names, but they're trying. I'll give them that. They're trying.
Now they're trying. Now, I'm looking forward to the World Cup, because Samoa's gonna have a strong team too. I know, but I think the thing going for Samoa then Tonga is that our halves was gonna be good. Luai and
Yeah,
Milford.
that's what's gonna equal it out. The halves are a bit stronger than Tongan's halves, but Tonga can make 7 teams out of forwards, but you only need 1. So sorry, that doesn't count. But the thing is, Samoa's got good forwards and halves, so I'm actually thinking they got a good chance. But the caliber of the Tongan team is ooh. The names just alone. So yeah, it'll be good. I can't wait.
It's sort of like our Samoa's backline's better, but Tongan's forwards are way better.
Yeah, and then you build up all the attributes on each team, and they should come up equal. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it'll be good. It'll be good. I've just seen. I haven't seen Aussie's team yet.
They're still trying to get some people. They're still trying to sign Joseph Suaalii.
Well, that's the thing. Because most of them are Islanders. So they're like, oh, we're not putting our team out until we grab all these Islanders. That's facts.
But they'll still have a powerful team. I think they'll grab who they'll get. They'll grab. Yeah, they'll grab some good guys.
What is it? What's still got the Travojevic? Do you reckon they got another team? No.
Tom will be there.
Yeah.
Tom will be there when he's off injury.
Maybe Pappenhausen might be there.
Latrell Mitchell.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, they're still dangerous.
Whiten, maybe.
And they still got good forwards.
Mm.
And they still know what they do. It's their game.
Have you seen the England team?
Nah.
Because they're another dark horse, eh? You never know. Of England.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen their team. What are you thinking?
Because I think they got in their same pool as Tonga. I think the first game was Tonga and England, I think.
Ooh, yeah.
Then
Wait, is it start next week or the week after?
the what?
The World Cup.
Not after the grand final, I think.
Or the week after?
I don't know. Or was it a month after? Because there's travel time and all that.
Yeah. True. Are you go for the grand final anyway?
Man.
Well, we're here. Like, this is on podcast, so
Yeah.
you gotta think logical and heart-wise.
Well, I hope it's out of Penrith and Paramatta.
You hope.
Hope that's the final. That'd be a good final.
Yeah.
Anything from Sydney. Any teams from Sydney is
Yeah,
mine.
yeah. You don't want the Queensland teams.
So South Sydney is for some reason I hate them. Some reason South Sydney like a Queensland team to me.
Maybe the rivalry, that's all. Do you
Maybe
think it's
because
the
English was
rivalry?
there, killed it. Because I used to like South Sydney, but I think when English went there, I was like, oh, nah, fuck them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I didn't like them in that era as well. Because he was good at the Storm, and then when he was there, it turned into the villain team, eh?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no, I don't like them.
Yeah. But, brings me to what I was saying in the beginning of the podcast. Like, that's why I feel sorry for the Warriors, man. Because these teams that go on the bottom one year, then at the top the next year, they must be laughing at the Warriors. Can you guys do this?
Oh, dude. I'm sure they've done that, dude. Have they done that? But didn't win the final? Oh, I'm thinking of another team.
Well, they lost to Manly. That was the greatest grand final. That was the greatest grand final.
Here we go. Oh,
When the Warriors lost to Manly, that was the greatest grand final. When the Stewart brothers were there.
Yeah. What about when they wore the rainbows?
We'll be back. We'll be back. Learn that lesson. No more rainbows. No more rainbows next year. It's just a pot of gold at the end of our rainbow.
Were they doing the Captain Planet for the rainbow colors?
But man, I'm liking our recruitments over the last few years. There's some good guys that left us doing well for other teams.
Yeah, hard. I think they've been good. I actually love watching Manly. Like, wow, they were so strong. To see them go out like that, it was weird.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, that's not right. Because they would have murdered those teams that they had left. And I was like, nah, even without Tom, they were still smashing people. So I couldn't understand what happened. It was weird. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna miss Kieran Ford. He's going to Titans next year, and Josh Houston's gonna take over number 6. But I am gonna miss Dylan Walker. He's coming down to the Warriors next year. So that's a good pickup for the Warriors.
He's good. I like him.
Because he's good, but he always came off the bench. For Manly as a
starter.
spark.
He's a starter, I reckon.
Yeah.
But because Manly had too many, they had to maybe pick and choose and then find the best combination.
Well, he was great coming off the bench because he was like the impact.
Yeah. He's a good player.
Yeah.
And he was a good player at his last club too, so I don't know.
So when he's down the Warriors, he'll be starting for sure. So he's got that more game time. That's probably the kicker, eh?
He's gonna get the captain of the year and centenary captain of, but it is Stephen Price. Nah, you're sad. Nah, it was a joke, but this guy was laughing for real. Oh.
What? Hey, Dylan, was it a 1-year contract? Is it? Or what? Some game time.
He
Is it?
he got a medal from the Queen and sorry, not the Queen. My bad.
Some game time, is it? Is it Dylan? More game time? Yeah, may as well go down and get some more game time.
Starting.
Best player of the team,
80 minutes.
Because they're going to get ripped next year. Because Walsh is leaving. How many guys are leaving?
There's a cleanup.
Yeah, man.
There's a big cleanup.
Is Fadil Black going to stay there or is he gone?
I don't know. I saw a few of them leaving. So majority. I don't even know if Sean Johnson's gonna have a contract. So that's how bad they're just gonna shut them all off and
Start living it.
rebuild. Yeah.
They've been rebuilding for the last 10 years, man.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for them, man, because that's a team that gets a lot of shit from the NRL, you know? Hey, from the refs and
Yeah.
you know they're not respected, are they? They're
No.
just a fucking New Zealand team that can't even win.
Yeah. So the only way you're gonna win is not by the 50-50, is you have to beat convincingly, you know? You have to have the best team. But
No one's gonna come down.
yeah.
No one wants to leave Australia.
It's
And come down and
easier
live
said
in
than
New Zealand.
done, eh? Now
That-
you gotta build up the juniors, because they're the only ones that are gonna come and play in a row for $10, you know, for cheap. They're the only ones that are gonna come.
But see, if you build up the juniors, it's gonna take another maybe 3, 5, 4 years before anything's gonna happen. Because I don't know if you heard, what's his name? What's his name? The legend coach.
Brisbane one. Yeah. Forgot. yeah. Baldy hair guy. Yeah.
What's his name? Fuck.
We all know him, but he's just he just came off the.
I think he said like there's you need. He knew how many games you need like 75 games plus to get into. That's when you got experience.
Until you know the ins and outs.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
Yeah. Cause how many games in the season? Like 25. So that's like 3 seasons.
Yeah. Normal and then playoffs.
Yeah. So that's like 3 seasons before you get into the. You know.
A lot of coaches get fired before then. You know?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, nah, 2 seasons out. It's like, what? You gotta start rebuilding and planning. Stephen Kearney got later ball.
Yeah.
Get out.
But what was that thing on them? Because no one liked them, me.
No.
No results.
Kiwi, because,
The results weren't
yeah,
coming.
they just put him there and didn't make it. Wooden spoon. Nah, you're off.
But then he's back in Storm, me.
Yeah.
Assistant.
He's next in line. So, what do you think? What are you thinking of the Dolphins?
Oh, mate. Did you see today's game?
Nah.
Oh, you're talking about the Queensland team.
Yeah.
What's it called? Brisbane team, another Brisbane team. Because they got Anthony Milford, coming over.
Yeah.
Have they?
There's a few good players going there. You think they're gonna go good or a couple of years?
I bet you they'll win the championship before the Warriors do.
Ooh, whoa! You reckon?
The way the Warriors are going, yep. And the kind of recruitment the Dolphins are doing, yep.
One saying that the Storm got a title on their first year.
Did they?
First or second year?
But close, see.
Yeah, I think it's second or first year.
I think when the Cowboys won the championship, that was the last team, last of the expansion teams other than the Warriors to win all.
To win one.
Yeah. So Warriors were the last ones.
Yeah, I'm sure the Storm made it their first year, or won, or maybe the second year, but I'm sure they won. I'm sure they won the first year. It's so long ago. My memory is like
Yeah.
it would have been 95.
Did they come same year as the Warriors or after?
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Them and Cowboys, eh? Cowboys, Warriors,
yeah,
and
was it
Storm.
Queensland Crushers or?
Oh, I don't know. But man, that's my prediction. Dolphins will win championship for the Warriors. Because no, like I said, there's no elite. Elite players in the NRL. I bet you none of them gonna come down to New Zealand, live in New Zealand.
Yeah, that's when the recruitment need to attack the juniors, the ones who in the Queensland and New South Wales, in that bracket, and they can't make NRL. Grab them. Give them a chance in the Warriors because they might be the ones, They might be the next monster or they might be the next Benji. Just grab them while they're early because if you grab one who's experienced, it's gonna cost like 7 million.
Well, that's what Australia was doing to us anyway. They grabbed Tamalolo when he was 14 from De La Salle.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they grabbed
the talent scouts, they can see it.
They grabbed Sonny Bill Williams when he was still at Mags.
Yeah. But that's the thing. If you made all those junior rep teams, Islanders are naturally strong and physical. They just got to learn the mental and the physical part. Man, you can mold them. You don't need to who if you're good. If they can see a little spark in you, they'll mold you. That's it.
Yeah.
And then you do the hard work and carry on, and you'll be a superstar. But it's up to them, really, who they pick.
But do we have the facilities?
No, not here. Over there, yeah.
Yeah, see. I think Australia's got more going for these players than New Zealand does.
I heard you can get a contract there 5 years old.
Can you?
A sports contract.
Oh, shit.
Not a specific team, but you can get a sports contract if you're elite. And
So
then they'll bring you up.
They just nurture you until you
Yeah,
find out
they'll
what
nurture you.
sport you want to play. But that makes sense because if you think about the Olympics and Commonwealth Games, Australia's always at the top.
They use it like that. They use it for swimming, diving, and
Because Australia's always at the top. All got heaps of medals there.
yeah. Now that's their sports facilities, and they're pretty good for the size.
Yeah.
I think we're probably better for our size, but
I was listening to do you know Yash? He's got his own podcast called The Zealous State of Mind. He's a coach. He's a rugby coach and a basketball coach, and he interviews all these other coaches. But he had this guy on, Alex Brown. He's a basketball coach, and Alex was talking about. He told a story about taking a group of kids to the United States to train with the basketball kids over there in the States. They went to Orlando, and he was buzzing out the high school they went to because the facilities was just like never even seen.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like he was buzzing out because they went inside the gym and went to the basketball court. There's like 20 courts. And when you look at the floor, it's only the lines. It's just basketball. And he was buzzing out at that. And he was saying, and the American guy that was with him goes, "Are you right? What's wrong?" He goes, "Where's the other lines?" He goes, "What lines? The volleyball, badminton." And the guy was looking at him funny. Hey, they've got their own courts. Like there's a volleyball gym, we've got badminton gyms.
Down the road.
They don't know what they don't do that. Put heaps of sports on one court.
Yeah, that's it. But it's because they used to the small. We'll do volleyball, netball, and everything in one.
So that was crazy. But that's kind of like level we're looking at. See, New Zealand's so small, and the money is too small that we don't have the same facilities. Eh?
I think New Zealand will be so good at basketball and netball, volleyball, soccer, league, rugby. If we had all these facilities, like practice makes perfect. You know what I mean? But we don't have that. We don't get opportunities that a lot of these countries have. So they, insane. Australia has all these opportunities. Man, they don't understand how good they have it from a lot of other countries, especially Tonga and Samoa. How are they so good at all these sports when they don't have the facilities? And what's going to happen when they do get the facilities? Yeah. They're going to shoot past everybody,
Yeah. Well, compared to the rest of the world, New Zealand's on the same level as the islands in terms of facilities. If you compare us to Australia or America, but I think the government needs to invest more money if they can. But you know what? I think because we do win gold medals when we do with the rowing, the sailing.
That's it. None of that stuff gets so.
But that's enough for the New Zealand government. That's enough. We win cycling. We come back with gold. It's on the papers, on the Herald. It's on it's on the news. We will celebrate. Yay! Well, that's enough. We won gold. That's all.
No,
that's
back
enough.
to the news.
We don't push forward with any of that. We don't want to.
Nah, we don't push more money into that sport and build it, because I haven't, like the cycling and the rowing, but I haven't seen any facilities that come out with speed training and anything like that. You know what I mean? Like to boost it.
And promote it too.
Yeah, but we have like another rugby team, another rugby this and rugby. Okay, so we've got all the fruits from that. Maybe we should start expanding to another sport, because New Zealand's like good in rugby. We've been for years, but why can't we be good at other things as well? You know what I mean?
What is that? But it's also like, see, for me, my thing is like, I wish we were more of a sporting country. We love sports, but I don't think we have enough investment in it with the fans. Like if you think of American sports and you think of their fans, crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Even NRL fans, crazy. If you look at some of the teams, say, take for instance the Bulldogs, right? NRL, the Bulldogs. See their fan base. See how crazy those people are. Or even the Paramatta fans out west. Out west, like see how crazy those guys are. Like imagine that kind of level of fans for rugby league here. So
are you saying that's like it's more support wise?
More support, but more. It's the craziness that I love, But that builds, even to extent the Warriors fans. When you go to the Warriors game, see how crazy the fans are, how passionate they are. You go to a rugby game, you see how not passionate the fans are. Just sitting down.
Yeah,
not really. But see, America is a prime example. You look at any American sports game, look at the fans. Look at NFL, look at the fans.
Well, a lot of them partying in the car park.
Yeah.
And having barbecues and all this. And a lot of them don't even go inside.
No.
They just sit outside and watch it.
And there's a big screen.
Yeah, they watch the big screen and drink and party on the... So why would you even want to go inside if you could see it the outside?
But see what that does though? That makes you go. Because it's fun.
Yeah.
And you're part of the team. So you're all wearing the same uniform. You all support the same team. But you're having fun while doing it. It's creating that culture.
Yeah.
And
they've been doing it for years. So.
But the thing is, they're spending money. They're spending money on it. So that money can go back to the game, back to the facilities, back to getting all that stuff. Yeah. Us, we rely on government funding. We need government funding on this, government funding on that. Why don't we rely on the people to pay, to not only come watch the game, pay tickets, but to buy the uniform, be proud of the team.
The thing is, like, we have a lot of people who are lazy. It's just facts. And they'll rather watch it on TV than to go to the game.
Yeah, but we still buy the Queensland uniforms for State Origin. We still buy the New South Wales uniforms for State Origin.
Yeah.
We still buy the gears. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
See, but we don't even live over there. We live here. But why are we spending our money to support?
These guys are buying these uniforms and turning up to the game weekly. And we only buy one jersey for State of Origin once every blue moon, you know. These guys do it. And they buy it and they turn up regardless, you know. They're doing it every week. So what are we missing that they have?
We're missing that culture, that team, like having places where, like, see the thing. I can see that if we change New Zealand sports culture, if we can change that, if we can make sports bars, but make it more, if you can show up with a uniform, then you can get a free beer. That kind of thing, like they do in America, like things like that.
Yeah,
like have little events. Like
you don't see much sports bars anymore, really.
No, you don't. There's no. We're not building that kind of fan base for teams.
Yeah.
Like see, that was my example with State of Origin. Every time State of Origin comes around, you know it's State of Origin because everybody's picking their side and putting their colours on and going on social media, and we don't even live fucking over there.
Yeah,
we're doing it from over here.
Yeah,
but you know how passionate we are about State of Origin. How did we get there? How did we get there? Why are we passionate? And why are we spending money on
exactly
on Sky and buying the uniform?
Why are the Aussies not even like that?
But they are.
Well, some of them are. Yeah, most of them.
But why aren't we like that for our own teams? Why aren't we like that for rugby?
Yeah, you're
why
right.
Why are we like that for club for club level? You know, we got the Seagulls over there. The Seagulls, Watermelon Seagulls. We got Watermelon Rugby. Any people that show up to these games are the parents or friends of the players. Like, how can we get the community to get there? How can we have these uniforms get sold at Sterling Sports? You know, because we got to build like a culture.
Yeah, you're right.
Like a sports
and a fan base, and you got to have like, you know, all these famous people to openly show their support, and then somebody else, people will join it. Yeah, I like him, you know, camaraderie and all that sort of thing, you know.
Yeah, and all the money that comes from that, like we're gonna spend that money.
It's friendly camaraderie, you know what I mean? It's not like camaraderie where we're gonna beat each other up. It's sort of like sibling rivalry, you know what I mean? Like friendly stuff. I think that's what we need, because it's good to have rivalry, but like friendly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A happy time. I don't want it to get to like Bloods and Crips styles. You know, you want to know. No.
Like the football hooligans.
Yeah.
Because those guys are
they're out the gate, but it's a good friendly environment what we're aiming for.
I don't think that gets the money though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not where the money is. Oh well.
Sweet, man. So what are you gonna be up to the next few weeks?
Well,
we got the games.
Is this off the record, or is this?
Well, I know where you're gonna be this weekend. You wanna watch Paramatta?
No, funnily, no. I got work.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
I can't watch it. So what happened last week? I told my son, don't wake me up because I have to go to sleep early. And I woke up in the middle of the night. I heard him going, rah, 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 yes. And I said, shut, because I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Because then I'll wake up and then, you know, I have an hour's sleep. So, and I was like, shut up. I told you. He goes, oh, no. But this week, I'm not. You just don't tell me. I don't want to hear it.
So you're gonna pre-record the game and watch it when you get home?
Nah, I'm just gonna watch it preview on the replay.
Oh yeah. But you're not gonna know what the score is.
No, so every message that everybody sends me, I'm not gonna read it.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be ha ha ha, and all this, or it could be quiet, which then I would yeah.
If it was quiet, then you'll know. Have a good idea.
Yeah, I have a good idea. When I
Shit.
hear ding ding,
Just
ding,
turn
ding.
the vibrate off. Or turn all the notifications off.
Yeah, I'll turn them all off.
Or just turn your phone off.
Yeah, and then I'm working on if they do win, I'm working on the Monday, so on the grand final if they do win.
Is it a Monday?
Sunday.
Oh.
But I'm working on the Monday, so
Alright.
I can watch it, but I can't have a party or anything.
Or just watch it and then have 1 hour sleep.
Yeah, you got to wait. Waiting all this time. Oh. What do you think though? Is that your honest opinion?
I want that to be the grand final. Paramatta and Penrith.
Are you speaking of your heart or
That's my heart.
your mind? Like
That's my heart, 'cause I don't like-
strategy wise.
Nah, that's my heart because I don't like South Sydney. I don't like North Queensland.
Oh, okay. Me, I want the Eels, but I'm thinking North Queensland's been like the form team nearly the whole year. Like besides the Panthers. So nothing's changed with their team. They still have the whole team.
From last year.
That just made it through the whole year. Nothing injuries. They haven't had any injuries till this point. You know what I mean? They still got pretty much the full strength team, and they beat the Sharks. The Sharks got hiding, but that tells me that they're full strength. Eels are full strength, but the Eels are still missing like a couple of backs. But that tells me it's not going to be easy.
Mm.
It's not going to be like a pushover.
Have they still got the same team that they beat Canberra? Eels. But the way they beat Canberra was a beautiful game. Did you reckon? Some of those tries were just like meant to be.
It's one of those games where everything works in your favor, especially being a home ground.
Oh, they were over there in Queensland.
No, yeah, they're over there. This game is Queensland, which I don't understand because it should be neutral. You know what I mean? Before the grand final, those games should be neutral because whether you win or lose, it's equal after that. You know what I mean? It should be neutral home grounds, and then the grand final should be wherever the grand final is.
ANZ Stadium's highly neutral for Paramatta. It's easy to go down, go into Central.
But that's what it could have been in Brisbane. So then it became the fans,
The fans that will support North Queensland.
Oh no, yeah, it will be North Queensland because it's in Queensland. So they could have went to Perth or something like that.
And no one will be there.
Yeah, with the officials or just everybody watching on TV.
Okay. I think. See, Paramatta's got a chance to lose there. Paramatta could lose there. It's not a given there.
Well, I think the Eels lost to them the last time they played.
Oh, see, they might get one up then.
Well, touch wood. I've said that a couple of years ago, and Raiders beat the Eels to get into the finals. So, anything can happen, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to jinx it. Well, who do you think is going to win the Rabbitohs or Panthers?
Rabbitohs coming in strong.
Like, take everything out of your heart and just go by strategy in your mind.
That's gonna be a tough game. That could be the final. That game. That could be the final.
Could be, yeah. Because, you know, the last year, the Eels lost by 1 or 2 points to the Panthers. And then Panthers smashed whoever was in the grand final. I think it was the Storm. And go back, that should have been the grand final. That mean to me, the Eels should have been in the grand final. But because of the way the table went, you know what I mean? In terms of opponent, the Eels should have been the grand final.
Oh man, it's gonna be. I'm actually gonna watch these games because the Penrith South game is gonna be a good one. And so is the Paramatta one. I'll be going for Paramatta. They look like the underdogs in this game.
Do you reckon?
They look like it. The South and Penrith look too even to me.
Do you reckon?
Penrith might have just the.
But the Roosters exposed them. The Rabbits.
Oh, we'll see.
It's interesting, yeah.
It'll be good game. It'll be good games too.
Yeah.
I've been watching NBC, but I think Auckland had a good game. They beat Tasman at home last minute.
This is started already.
I was almost finished, I think. NBC.
Oh.
But nah, man. Sweet brother. Thanks for coming on, eh?
Yeah.
It's good to catch up.
Yeah. I don't. What was it called? Yeah.
Hopefully next time I'll be drinking.
Yeah.
And then we'll go.
Maybe, yeah.
I'll try that. I'll try
for the grand final week. And maybe I'll just give you one of my jerseys to wear.
You know what? If the grand final was Souths and Cowboys, I'm not watching.
No, I'm not, I don't watch. I didn't watch the replays. I said, nah, my team's not in. I quit. I refuse.
Sweet brother.
Yeah.
Right.